I'm live.
Woo!
What's up?
We're live. We did it. A little bit late again, but we did it. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Thinking Out Loud. As you see, I'm back in the middle. Everyone knows me.
Stuck in the middle with you.
Without you guys, please. I'm Les.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Thanks. You can see it from over there.
That's a soft place. So yeah, like I said, you guys know me already, but it's Les.
I'm Soup.
And I'm Vicky P.
Yeah, your name is Vicky.
Vicky P.
Vicky P.
Vicky P.
The situation.
The situation.
You did.
It's definitely the situation.
Big situation.
So what's
It's new this week. What happened? I haven't seen you guys. I haven't seen or talked to you guys since last week. Eh?
Yeah, it's true.
I know it's Les had another all-white party.
Yeah.
Another party we weren't invited to.
It's okay. I'm glad we're all friends though.
Yeah, no, there'll be eventually you guys will work your way into the circle.
Yeah,
We're
waiting dishes, like we clean tables, clean dishes. Right?
I just have the nerve to
This
ask.
is
You
like
guys can bust.
the Freemasons. We gotta do
I know.
we gotta
Freemasons,
do
yeah.
this little thing and then
you gotta work your way up.
Yeah, get up to a certain level.
Yeah,
work your
that's
way
right,
up,
man.
man.
That's
Yeah.
right. You got to prove yourself. Actually, I have a Mason's meeting tomorrow. Actually, I forgot about that. I gotta remember about that.
Do you get to power up?
Do-do-do. No.
If you haven't noticed, we got sound effects, guys.
Woo, new add-on, and we got a new little mic holder too, so I don't
Yeah.
have to step over the cords and everything like that.
We don't have those booms everywhere except for Soup. He likes long poles in his face.
Yeah,
I do.
it's hard to get that thing away from
I
him.
do. Yeah.
He hasn't. He's fought us on it. Soup hates the sound effects. So
He
we're
does.
using them
He
way
does.
more.
That's why.
Now
That's
we're
what we're
getting,
trying. We're doing it on purpose.
Getting cheesy now.
Yeah, no, what did I do? I was telling you guys, I went to Chicago for some work, and then I had some fun afterwards. But it was good. It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's actually, Chicago's a beautiful city. It reminded me a lot, I don't want to offend anyone in Chicago, but it was a lot kind of like Calgary set up.
Okay.
So they have a lot of like a bar district and stuff like that too.
Isn't it similar the buildings, isn't it similar to Winnipeg's exchange district, right? Because it's like the old
it's an industrial town.
yeah. That's why they film a lot of mob movies in that here, because we have similar
like infrastructure or whatever. Yeah, it was similar to Winnipeg, but just way bigger and way downtown's way more modern, way more modern than ours. Yeah, so it was good. That's what I did, and then I got back.
Chirac.
The what?
Chirac. That's
What's
what they
that?
call it, Chirac.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
That's because they're the highest one of the murder capital.
Oh yeah.
It's super violent there.
That came up actually when I was talking to a cab driver. He was telling me how violent it was. I said, "Well, we have something in common. I'm from Winnipeg, highest murder capital in Canada."
Yeah.
Supposedly,
No,
I don't know if
it's
it is
not
anymore.
like Chirac. That's
No,
for sure.
probably not. Probably not at all. So yeah, I went there, came back Thursday, and yeah, that's about it for me. It was pretty cool though.
You went there for business, or?
Yeah. For them, we have this project we're working with the Métis Federation, building these trailer things, and yeah, so I had to go down and inspect this trailer, and I just mostly work. But the last night I got to go out and see Chicago a little bit and hang out with some people, and that was a good time.
Nice.
Good time. Yeah.
What do you mean trailer? Like
They're-
trailer home?
No, what they're doing is they have this project they're trying to do, where they convert semi-trailers, got 46.
The
or
shipping
48
containers.
No, they're actually like a semi-trailer. They're converting into classrooms so they can go up to like the northern areas where they don't have a lot of schools and like that, and in remote areas to train people so they can work on these power lines or whatever it is. So it's a custom, the manufacturer. This is one of the only places in North America that builds custom trailers. So they have to do 8-foot slide outs that are automatic on the side of the trailer, and like a school floor.
Mobile classroom.
Yeah,
whatever,
essentially, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really neat.
That's
really,
cool.
really cool. Really excited to see when it takes off. And
But isn't it dangerous with the kids in there if they're moving it?
yeah, no, we got padded walls.
It's not kids though. It's gonna be like grown-ass men learning a trade. No.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
not like an elementary school.
It's, sorry, it's
Come
still
on,
dangerous.
children. Come in the back of this trailer.
Yeah, get in. Ding, ding, ding. Game show. But yeah, no, that was good. How about you guys? Anything going on?
No.
Nothing. Come on.
Nothing serious. Yeah,
Nothing
nothing
really.
crazy.
Just work and home.
Sales is slow.
Yeah. Cardio. No, it's joking.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's about it. Worked at the bar yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. When do you finish? What time do you finish at the bar?
It depends, man. Sometimes you can get out of there at 2:30. Sometimes the earliest I've ever gone out is about 2:15. The latest has been 3:15. right? Because it's essentially our job to clear the bar and make sure that there's nobody left, right?
So yeah, I guess you can't leave unless everyone's gone, right?
Yeah. So as soon as everybody's gone, or it's reasonable, like if the manager says just go, like these they're friends and stuff like that, then it's no problem. But most of the time, it's
pretty late.
All these end of the night people that want to keep going, eh?
Do you want more drinks?
They just sit there and talk, right? Most of the time,
no one really wants to leave.
Yeah, go talk outside. It's like
closing time. You don't have to go.
Yeah, you got to get on the mic, Vic. Sing that song when you're in the bar there.
Yeah, no kidding.
But yeah,
I think we should actually have a night of just the jam night of just karaoke.
On
I see a lot of that on Twitch. Like people just karaoke.
That'd be fun. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. I don't know. I'll just I'll be like the applauder. I just clap. I can't sing or do anything. So.
We have applause here.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
I guess I'll sit that one out.
We actually don't need you though. You're being replaced by technology.
What were we talking about last weekend?
There we go. Prime example.
Yeah.
Well, Tim Hortons is starting to put out their fucking, what do they call them? The where you order.
Like automated, like so.
You know, like McDonald's, like a fucking screen. What is it called?
Like a self checkout kind of thing.
Yeah. Like you just automate it at order, whatever.
You don't need
to talk to what's the name?
I don't know what it's called.
Slipping my mind right now. You guys know what it's called? You know, you just order right there. There's no fucking right.
I don't know. I know what you're talking about. But McDonald's even won that one up now. They have an app that you can just pull in the parking lot. And they just deliver to your car.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Well, that's what happens when you want fucking $15 an hour to work at McDonald's, motherfucker. They get these little computer screens.
Yeah, and they go, you want $15 an hour? Here you go.
Yeah.
They're called touchscreen.
No, it's a terminal.
Oh, a touchscreen terminal.
Like an order kiosk, right? Yeah. But yeah.
Fucking smart ass.
Only my wife's trying to
touch the screen.
Just burn. No one knew it was your wife till you said that, though.
Yeah, I know. I didn't say anything.
That's funny.
But I'm glad that you knew who that comment came from as soon as it was a direct poke.
Pretty funny. I'm like, my wife's pretty witty sometimes. She'll be like she'll watch, she'll be watching a show and there's a sad scene and she tears up or whatever. And then my joke is like, don't worry, you don't have to cry. I'm not going anywhere. I'll stay with you, right? And then her rebuttal was, she's like, that's why I'm crying. That's me and my wife have that banter between us, and it's like, funny, I'm just like, shut up, fuck.
That's good. That's healthy though.
Yeah. Turn up the music. I don't want to traumatize the children.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Dexter? Dexter, welcome to the party.
Nice.
Dexter joining on Twitch. Yeah, we're just talking about how Soup's wife just burns him every night watching movies. Actually, my wife does that.
She goes, "That's the problem. You keep coming back."
Yeah.
I feel like you've never changed the locks, so shut up. What are you talking about?
Don't give her idea, man. Get home tonight. Just
Sorry, I feel like I shouldn't have.
Please.
This guy's giving my wife. Whose side are you on, man? What the fuck?
Sorry about that. Yeah. Sound effects.
Right?
That's so funny.
That's funny, man.
Yeah, so when you're talking to the guy in Chicago too, pretty cool guy. He's only been in the States for 4 years, and he's trying his hardest to get a green card and all this stuff right now. And we had like a super cool conversation. He's from Bulgaria. Yeah, Bulgaria. And
that's why I less liked him, because Bulgaria.
Yeah, it was like so interesting to talk to him after he told me where he's from. But cool dude. And he was telling me like how there's like a street you just do not cross. You do not cross the street. And I was like, really? Is it that bad? He goes, yeah. There's like cops like in Chicago that you can't. They'll like turn you around.
Yeah, they're there to protect you from.
There's parts of Chicago. If you go in there, you're guaranteed to get shot.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I feel like there's parts of Winnipeg that the same thing happens, man.
Yeah, I would think so too. And it's funny because like I've traveled quite a bit, and my wife has never really said anything to me like, don't go out at night, don't do this, do this. She's like, just stay at your hotel. And I'm like, why? She's like, well, I don't know. I've heard bad stories there. Like, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Never witnessed any of that. That was awesome. It was a good place to go.
Well, it's like I had a client. He was visiting from Toronto for work, right? And then he was like, yeah, I kind of want to go look around, check out Winnipeg. And I'm like, don't go to Main Street. And he's totally white guy, right? And I go, don't go to Main Street. And he's like, why? I go, because you're guaranteed to get jumped there. Like that's a no-go zone for white people, right? Like by the northern or by like that hardcore, you can't go there. If you're a white guy, you cannot go there. You're guaranteed to get jumped.
It starts at Inkster, and progressively you need to be a little bit darker every couple blocks, or else you're gonna get like Inkster is okay. You know what I mean? But the closer you get to like the northern and stuff like that, then you're just like, nah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I've stopped off there a couple times too, like after the bar, and like having some people over to get like some beers and stuff, and then you do get a weird eye. Like everyone's like, "What the hell is this guy doing here?"
Yeah,
you know.
When I was younger, I went in there. I had to go with another buddy. We went in there, and then. Yeah, no, we went in there, and but that was only because the guy that I was with was like cool there.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
But other than that, I would never ever go there.
I don't know.
Not even for the client or what?
No.
Oh. Well, anyways, back to the Chicago thing. This is one thing I was gonna kind of bring up was one of the questions we were talking about with this guy, and we were talking about like technology, what we talked about like the last couple of podcasts, whatever, saying how they're taking over all the jobs and all that stuff because everyone's trying to save their time. How much like time is like so important nowadays, like how to get here faster, how to get food faster, how to do all this stuff faster. And like I said to him, if you had the option to sell like 5 years of your life for money, or if it was an option for sell as much life as you wanted, would you sell it, and what would it be worth?
Well, I mean, it's like that's your personal, like, what do you feel your time is worth, right? Like a lot of times there's things where it's like we talked about this last week, where I'm like, I don't clean the dog shit I pay somebody to come cut my grass, clean the dog shit, because that's time out of my, and it's like, it's cheaper for me to just pay somebody.
Yeah, so essentially we kind of do this already then, in a way.
Yeah.
Essentially we're doing this already. We use other people, we capitalize on other people to save our lifetime.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty cool.
To get a little bit of your time back.
Yeah, that's super interesting.
Well, I mean, that works. It's like, even for like fast food, you go get fast foods because that's time. It's called fast food for a reason, right? So you're not wasting time.
It's called long time food.
Yeah, long-time food, yeah. If you don't have to cook your own food, that's why it's such a big. Fast food is $1 billion industry, right? Yeah. Because of it's a time saver, you know.
I guess also that is why going on like a big dinner with your wife or a girlfriend or a date, you're not going to fast food. You're going for a long date because you want to spend the quality time. Yeah. It's not like you're like, fuck, I got to get the fuck out of here. I got shit to do.
You're not making your own meal. Like, you're getting somebody else. You're paying somebody else.
To do it. But also, you're not trying to rush out of that situation.
No, absolutely.
So it's like, I guess that's what it is. So it's already kind of happening. But like, say someone offered you for 15 years of your life $1 million. Would you sell it?
Not for that's too much. No.
15 years?
No, that 15 years is a long motherfucking time to be getting rid of your life.
But you could live these next 30 years or 25, whatever, how much, 45, whatever it is, like a rock star or whatever.
Well, I don't know, $1 million doesn't go too far.
Well, let's say it was 10 million.
Let's go. I would say, like, if you say maybe $1 million a year, that might be.
That might do it.
Like $1 million. Like, if you give up, 2 years, that's $2 million. You could do a lot with $2 million, right? Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's a very good
so that
point.
makes it worth it.
That's a good point.
I mean, don't we do that now?
I think in a way it kind of
you do, right? Because you give away the first 50 years of your life, 55 years, if you're smart about it, for X amount of money, because then you can retire. So technically, you're already giving up.
So you're sacrificing.
Yeah, I guess so. You're giving up. That's the whole thing. You're already giving time for money, whatever you're doing, right? You're getting paid to.
You're already exchanging your time, your life for money. You're
for freedom and money.
Yeah.
So essentially, I guess you'd have to look at it as like an hourly your life in an hourly span. Because if you're calculating like freedom, like the time that you're off work and just doing the things you enjoy for those hours compared to the hours you spend at work, you know what I mean? Like that would be the kind of separation. Because if you could sell 20 years of your life and not have to go to work, you have all the hours in your life during the day and stuff where you're not really stressed out.
But the thing is that, so my rebuttal would be, when you're 55, then you no longer, then you have your time back. No, you have your time back, right? Because say if you've planned properly and you can retire at 55, then you've literally sold the last 55 years of your life for whatever time you have left.
It could be fucking 10 though.
Or it could be three. It could be 3. It could be 40.
Right.
You never know, though. Isn't that the worst? That's
a huge gamble.
No, exactly. It's the worst investment ever.
It's like I'd rather like the casino has better odds.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's funny that you guys say that because just last night I had a talk with my homie Dre, and we were talking about
pre or post blowjob.
Oh my god. We're talking about gay.
Don't breathe on me.
This is those guys think about it all the time.
Don't breathe on me.
Anyways, we're talking, and we're talking just about that. Like, yeah, your people are like your work and for retirement, right? And then you're trying to enjoy yourself after retirement. But what we were saying is that it's important to enjoy ourselves now. You know what I mean?
think so.
Like what is waiting till you're too old to like really
enjoy,
right? Especially like because we have kids, so. When I'm 55, 60, my kids want to do their own thing. They're like getting in their teenage years. They don't want to, while they're young now, is important for me to be like taking them on trips or like experiencing stuff.
Yeah.
Because this is the time where they're learning. By the time I'm 55 or when you're retired, it's more like you and the wife are going to go do stuff.
Motherfucker can barely get out of the house now. Can you imagine when he's 55?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, I'm just joking.
The kids.
I'm the same way.
Don't worry on the podcast.
I'm the same way.
Right.
I spend my entire week.
Well, I'm saying like by the time you're 55, 60, the kids are like in the middle, like graduating high school, doing their thing. They got to go to college or university or whatever they want to do.
Starting to get independent.
Yeah. So now is the time to enjoy. Like when you're 55, I mean, like what are you gonna do after? Like traveling.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. Yeah, you're not like, like.
So you guys are basically saying that you would sell your time.
Well, we're saying that we are selling our time.
We already are.
But in one shot, it would be no difference.
No, absolutely. I don't think there'd be no difference. Like the outcome would be the same at the end of the day.
Except you'd probably get to enjoy more now. But you would not. All your other people would be still living when you die at 50.
When your liver and kidneys start to shut down.
Yeah, or maybe earlier, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. That was interesting because he was the guy in the cab or whatever. He was kind of laughing and thinking about it. He's like, man, that would be kind of interesting, because like, you'd have all these billionaires in the world because they always want to live forever, right?
Yeah.
So they'd have everyone trying to like buy everyone's life or buy everyone's time.
Well, there's a movie, that Justin Timberlake movie.
Oh yeah, Time. I guess.
Time, yeah.
It's called Time. Yeah. Guess that was kind of it.
Yeah, no more currency. There was just people's lives. Like if you ran out of time,
I remember
you just died.
You worked for a time.
Yeah.
You like credits to time or whatever.
Yeah. You go to the bank for a loan for time.
Yeah. No, exactly.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's never gonna happen though. So. We do it already.
Like I said, we're gonna be the assholes that they're gonna figure out how to make people like live forever. But when we're like 80 and you're like, fuck it, just take me out, man. I don't want to sit around anymore. But yeah.
Well, I mean, it all depends on your lifestyle or how you're living, right? Like,
because that's a whole other thing,
right? Like if you're, I think it would be, if you could, I think a good like quality of life is if you get to see your grandkids graduate high school. You've lived an awesome life. If you go, right? I think that would be a great. If you see your grandkids graduate, that means like your legacies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's a good.
I think the other side too is that
this guy wants to live till he's like 85, 90, man. What are you talking?
Dude, I will live till as long as possible.
He's
honestly,
Asian, dude.
Doesn't everybody?
I'll live as long as possible.
Yeah. We try to, I guess.
Everybody tries that.
I think too though the other side is like being healthier and not going out late and there's a lot of sacrifice for fun with friends, not having beers, which we're doing.
Yeah.
With they always say you could get some more time. But it's almost like I'd rather sacrifice maybe that extra 2 years to enjoy the time with my friends.
Quality over quantity.
And like hanging out and stuff.
Yeah.
Because if it was all about like living longer in time, like that's a big sacrifice.
We'd all be living in a bubble.
Yeah.
Trying not to,
to get that extra year.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's quality over quantity, right?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
You get some quality years, as opposed to, who the hell wants to live to their 95 anyways, man?
Me, I do.
Do you?
Yeah. As long as you're like able, like if you're not like laying in a bed shitting your yeah. What why?
Well, yeah. But what's typically when you're 95? Typically you're shitting your pants.
Yeah, shit's going down.
Well, my great grandfather, he lived to be 105.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he drank, smoked, everything.
Holy shit. Yeah. So it is a lie. I don't have to. I just keep drinking and smoking, and we're good.
And
it's everything in moderation is really the key to it, right?
Yeah.
It takes vinegar to pickle, to make pickles, right? So keep drinking until you fucking preserve yourself, bro.
It's so true, though. Like, people that, like, drink or, like, smoke lots, for some reason, they seem to, like, just live. Not always, I guess.
Not always, man.
Some of them are not, yeah. But, yeah, anyways, so that was just a good question I was thinking about. I was like, man, I don't know. I think I would definitely... if someone offered me, like, $10 million for 10 years, I think I'd sell it. And then the other question would be, like, what years do you get to pick? Is it my, like, 80 to 90 years? Or is it, like, my 40 to 50 year, 10 years?
Yeah.
So, like, if you're, like, hit, like, 40, now, like, you don't get the 40 to 50, you just jump right to 60, and then you're, like, have a walker. Shit.
I mean, if you put it that way, I'd sign me up, man. Like, I want to skip ahead a couple of years, dude.
You do want to skip ahead? I'd sell my, like, if I knew I was living at 80, I'd sell my, like, 70 to 80.
Would you really, though? You say that now, but when you're 70 and then you have like this big family and everybody's
my wife's so happy. Yeah. I'd have to make my wife do it too. We both of us would have to sign on.
Murder suicide over there.
Yeah, you're signing too. You're
signing this too.
Sign this.
You go first, and then I'll go after, just to make sure you don't back out.
It's like that Matt was it Matt Damon in that movie where they get shrunk. Yeah. And there's like his wife
downsizing.
His wife cancels the last minute. That'd be totally my wife.
Yeah, no, we're in. No, I changed my mind.
He's looking up at your wife. What the fuck?
Get down here.
Was that movie any good? I always see it. It always got bad reviews, so I was like, fuck, I'm not gonna waste my time watching it.
It's slow. I found it really slow.
And it doesn't like go into like what would happen if you're small like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. It kind of like drags on to like some dramatic, like some right. It doesn't
sappy. Almost.
Yeah. Well, my wife and I always talked about it. And I'm like, I think for me, I have to go first. I would rather go first than have my wife go first, right?
No, really?
Yeah.
You mean like first. like pass away?
Pass away, yeah.
Oh yeah, I think
your wife prefers that too.
Yeah. If anyone reads in the comments, you'll know.
Yeah. I know my wife said to me one time, she's like, you know what? Sometimes when you're sleeping, she's like, I stand over you with the pillow and contemplate smothering you to death, right? And then I'm like, and I said to her, you know what? I'm not actually sleeping. I'm pretending, and I'm wishing that you would actually do it. I'm like, I wouldn't fight back. I wouldn't fight back. I'd let you.
It's about time.
Please end this misery.
It's just like your arm just sneaks out. Peace. Yeah,
like the Terminator at the end, Terminator 2.
Out of the lava, hey.
There's a thumbs up.
Your wife's shaking your face. You're just like, that's pretty funny. Yeah, I've had that with my wife too. Like, we were just getting these arguments, and then we're just so mad at each other, and she looks at me, she's like, fuck, sometimes I wish you'd just fucking go away. And I just be back, I'm like, fuck you too. And it just gets you, and then we just start laughing usually.
Then they go into the opposite ends of their mansion and don't see each other for a while.
Just the left wing. Yeah.
The Bruce Wayne table over there.
Yeah. When I sell my 10 years, you guys are invited to my mansion.
Sweet, sounds good.
Yeah. So yeah, that was kind of what I was thinking about. That was a bad choice.
What the?
I don't know if that was a baby cry or a fart, man.
That's a pretty good fart. But yeah, no, other than that, nothing really much happened. Other than that conversation with that, it was a long drive, by the way, in that car.
You drove to Chicago?
No, because I stayed by the airport, and I thought like downtown was like airport to Winnipeg, like in Winnipeg kind of thing. Mm-hmm. It's not. It's like 45 minutes, and I left at like 4:00. I wasn't thinking about rush hour there, and it's not like
these 2 hours.
Yeah, I was like an hour and a half taxi drive to downtown.
Not that I would know. I can't cross that border, dude.
You've already snuck through.
I know. I already made it past once, man. I'm not going back down.
Yeah.
I've been in Chicago like 5 times.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah. But 4 of them was just layover, catching another plane.
Jumping.
But yeah.
It counts.
Yeah, it counts. I'm there.
Just take a picture of the window. Here.
Before, it was funny. Before I was a Canadian citizen, we had to do this. We went to Chile one time, and we had to do this thing called transit without visa.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds tricky.
So So one of the stop offs was in Miami.
Ooh, sounds trickier.
Exactly. It just keeps escalating. So what happened is that we surrendered our passport here in Toronto.
Okay, which passport? You have to surrender your Chilean passport?
No, my Canadian one.
You have to surrender.
Oh, sorry, my Chilean one. I wasn't.
Because you only could carry the one, right?
Yeah, I had to surrender it because I literally couldn't. We didn't have visas to go to the States. Not being Canadian, I was Chilean at that point. You need a visa, right?
Right.
And you need to apply for it beforehand. You can't just like pay for it as you get there.
Understandable. Yeah.
So, the person taking your ticket takes away your passports, seals them in an envelope, hands them to the pilot. You land in Miami. The pilot hands your passports to a liaison. They walk you with security and they lock you in a room.
Wow.
But so on the way to Chile, we got this beautiful lounge. It was like a fucking VIP lounge. So there was drinks, there was fucking sandwiches and shit. And you're like, yeah, this is awesome. Fucking, I wish they would deport us more often.
This is so comfortable.
Yeah. So no, it was good. But then, so this is how they secure that you won't stay in the States, because technically you could just fuck off, right?
You could just.
Not that it's so much better than Canada. Fuck you.
Yeah, no.
We have healthcare up here, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But so on the way back, I guess there was an overflow of people doing what we were doing, so we got in like a fucking. It was no bigger than a closet.
Oh.
And there was like probably 10 people with us.
Seems smelly and hot.
You're just sitting there like this, like, oh my god. And there's one chair in the room, and the security guard sitting in it. But yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. I figured I'd throw that in there too. It's the only. It was really like one of two times I've been to the States.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. So you don't. Obviously, there's flights though from here. Obviously, you don't have to go to the.
No,
States.
you can't do. You don't have to do that anymore. They go from Toronto straight to Chile, or they stop off in like South America, like Brazil or Argentina.
Yeah. And so that's okay.
Yeah, no, dude,
anywhere,
it's way better.
The States,
yeah, the States is the one country that thinks that everybody wants to stay there.
Yeah, it's weird, eh?
Right. So I don't know.
It is weird. But yeah.
A lot of people do though.
Yeah,
there's a lot they don't have caravans of thousands of people going for nothing.
I mean, it's called the American dream for a reason, right?
Yeah, true enough. The real dreamland. To be honest, I like the States. Like,
I like it. There's like things that are good about it, like if you go to the right places, like I've been to the States lots, like because I have half my family lives in the States. So I go every couple of years at least, right? And
those are the ones that stopped swimming.
You gave up.
Yeah, and
this is far enough. This is far enough.
But no, like you can. There's so much to do there, like
there's lots to do, and you also feel that it's like in whatever state, whatever things like your hobbies or whatever you like to do, or if you like just smoking or whatever it is, you can pick a place where you want to live there. Like it's not like it's all the exact same everywhere.
Yeah.
So like when I was having a smoke there, it was like didn't matter. You just go outside the door and you have a smoke.
Yeah.
Here it's like you have a smoke, you feel like you're outside even, and you feel like you're in the way of people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do. That probably.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Still freer.
Yeah. Seems that way.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Fuck the States. But okay.
Yeah. No. I don't want to move there, but
yeah. No.
The roads are better. Everything's better. Infrastructure is a lot of times better.
Well, the best thing about the States is that everything is like you can drive to. There's so many places that are close together. Like it doesn't take you long to drive to another. I have a lot of family in Pennsylvania, right, in like Philadelphia, and it's a 2-hour drive from Philly to New York. That's lot. Most of the times we'll go to New York because it's so close of a drive, and it's like when you go to New York, it's insane there. Like have you been to New York?
I haven't. It's one of the things I want to go though. I want to check.
Yeah, like New York is just like the epitome of like city life.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's like
that'd be crazy to live there though. I'd almost be like too much. Well, for me, like too.
What I don't understand is like New York.
Too much bustle.
Well, that's the thing is like, but that's the thing. New York is so huge that you can live in an area that doesn't have the hustle and bustle and right. But the thing is that what I don't understand is like in New York, there's like it's so expensive to live there. Like how do most poor people, like if you're homeless in New York, it's like, it's like super expensive to live in New York. So a lot of people live like in Jersey and then they commute back and forth.
Lincoln Tunnel, baby, Lincoln Tunnel.
Yeah.
That's crazy, yeah. How is Philly? I've never been to Philly before.
Philly's it's all right. It's a very old city. It's where like Rocky and the Liberty Bell and stuff.
I really like their cream cheese.
Yeah, Philly cream cheese. That's good. It's good on everything, that shit.
Well, no, it's like when you think of like, look, when my cousins came to visit, we were in the north end of the city, right? And I'm like, oh, this is our ghetto, right? And he just laughed. He's like, "This is your ghetto?" And he's like, in Philadelphia, their ghetto was fucking like. We went there before, and he was showing me, and there was like brand new cars stripped down on cinder blocks, like stripped down. There was like cars on fire. It was like
it looked like
garbage everywhere. Oh yeah, it was like I was like, damn. Their McDonald's had like bulletproof windows, like the drive-through. Yeah.
That's like the McDonald's on the Maryland and Portage.
Oh yeah, they have
all the stores too. The stores
are fucking crazy there. They shut off the fountain machine so just to get people to get the fuck out.
Wow. No, yeah, like on the freeway. When you're driving down the freeway, right on the edge of the freeway, there's these like, I don't know if they're like apartments or whatever, but they're like run. You could tell this is almost like Brazilian
favelas,
yeah, right? They're like right by the highway, and there's no way you're getting any sleep when you're right by the freeway, and it looks rough. Like it's like it's like a shack. You live in a shack. Like I was like, what's the rent there? Like $10 a month. Like, who would want to live there? Like, to get anywhere, you have to cross the freeway. There's no like crossing.
Watch out for zombies instead of fucking deer crossing signs.
Yeah. We got a new toy.
Yeah, what can I say?
Yeah, so, but did you ever have aren't they known for those like sandwiches in Philly?
With the cream cheese?
The cheesesteaks.
Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah,
right?
that's what they're known for. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it's good.
Is it really? Like, yeah. So what exactly is it? I guess we have.
Well, they have there's like a steak, right, and then they have like a cheese, obviously, and then a bunch of other stuff. I don't know. It's just good. It's like a really good.
Okay. But everyone talks about that's
what they're known for. The cheesesteak, Philly cheesesteak. Yeah. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
So yeah, no. Anything else?
No, we don't have like I've tried cheesesteak here. They sell like I think Subway sells cheesesteak or I forget Moxie's has cheesesteak or something. I've tried it and it's like not even close to. I don't know if it's the cheese they have or
he prefers tube steak.
Tube steak.
Footlongs.
Yeah.
Well, no, New York is fucking insane, man. New York is like, it's a street festival. Like there's so many people that it feels like there's a street festival, but there's not a street festival. It's just like every day. That's how it is. Yeah, it's an insane amount. Like you can't believe like. It's just people going about their day, going to work, and then like half is people who live there, and the other half is tourists, right? And it's just like packed all.
It's like those Japan videos you see where there's like fucking millions of people crossing one crossing. You're
yeah,
like, Jesus,
yeah, it's insane. Like,
that was the same in China too. It's just an insane amount of people. But it's hard to picture in like North America because you don't think that like our population. I guess in the States it's a huge population. How many people live in New York?
Well, New York is like it's a megalopolis, so
7, 10 million?
More than that. Like,
what's a megalopolis? A really big Greek guy?
Super.
It's the guy from Transformers.
The guy from Transformers.
No, megalopolis is like 50 million or something insane, right?
That'd be crazy. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was asking. I don't know how many people live in here.
No, even when you go to like a different area, and then it's just a regular like suburb, there's still like people everywhere. Yeah.
8.6 million.
8.6 million
as of 2017. So it's probably closer to 9 million now.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Right, and Winnipeg has what, 700, right? Around there.
700 people.
700.
Yeah,
700,000. Right?
700,000, I think.
Yeah, not like Los Angeles has got 4 million, and Chicago's got 2.7.
Which is the biggest population?
New York.
New York is
the biggest concentration of people. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that would be hectic. I tried to stay at like Trump Towers when I was in Chicago.
Yeah.
And like it was like when I looked it up, it was like $480 American to stay there. I was like, who the fuck is staying there? They're like huge buildings too. They're like 30 stories. You know what I mean? Like they're not like small hotels.
The Trump Towers.
They're like the base room was $480 American. I was like, that is insane. And obviously he's doing okay.
Yeah, no kidding.
Mostly celebrities and stuff, right?
I'd have to climb a wall to get there first.
Yeah, you're not allowed in there.
No, it's true. I'm not.
Yeah.
Thanks for,
Just to let you know.
Jeez.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but mentioning China, man, I wanted to ask you a question.
Ask me.
Since you lived there for so long, for a period of time.
Yeah, I lived 4 years.
Tell me the toilet situation, man. Was it the squat hole or was it a toilet?
No, it's a squat hole.
Yeah?
It's a squat hole. And I actually learned a lot from the squat hole.
Okay.
So when you're new in China, there's like, they don't tell you these rules. These are like things you just learn as you go. And from traveling and like eating different foods and, drinking different water, their stomach is a little upset all the time. So when you're at home, like the apartments that we stayed in had like westernized washrooms.
Okay.
So they're regular toilets.
Yeah, so they had toilets.
Yeah, but when you go out of your apartment, everything else is just like a hole in the ground, and it's a squatter. So for me, I've never squatted before, so like my hips don't bend that way. So I can't.
That Asian squat, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Where they crap their pants behind their legs, and they can like somehow squat over a toilet and just sit there like for hours squatting over this little hole.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Like, I'm a big dude. I'm not squatting. So
plus your aim's got to be on point.
Yeah, and I'm scared to get on back my leg.
That's what I mean.
This guy's all shitting on his feet.
You're
hitting on his ankles
back in your pants, and you don't even realize it. You play it.
It's just that's totally a thing. So like you're all
a chili dog instead of a Philly cheesesteak.
You're getting a full everything.
Yeah,
and it's So when you're sick, it's not either. It's not like a regular shit.
Yeah. No, this is
everywhere.
why. That's why I ask, right? Because I forgot. I was watching something and they were talking about the squat toilets, and I'm like, what the fuck is a squat toilet? So I started looking it up, and they're like, most places don't have like the plumbing and stuff, so they just literally have a hole that you squat in. Yeah, you shit in there.
What about Chile? Chile has regular toilets.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Dude, this isn't loud.
Even in like the rural areas.
Everywhere.
I don't believe you.
Everywhere.
I don't believe you.
Well, yeah.
We're fancy like that. We're bougie.
No. They think the reason why they do it is they think it's more sanitary. Yeah. Instead of like people touching each other's asses and stuff like that all the time. So, but yeah, one funny thing that happened to me is you get these explosive stomach pains. So you bolt to like the restaurant that has a little hole in the ground with this little thing. So you have these, and also like the doors beside you, they only come up halfway. Yeah.
So you can talk to the neighbor.
Yeah, and you can see people shitting all beside you. And like we're so private, like in the Western areas, where you don't want to like, look at someone else shit while you're shitting, and they're not like that. So you run into this little room, and I have to take my shoe off. Because I take my pants right off to squat and not shit on myself. Hold my pants in one hand and then squat down. And then you have this explosive shit. Excuse me, everyone, but you have explosive shit. And then you go look for toilet paper. Exactly. And then you're looking for toilet paper, and no one supplies toilet paper in those countries.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
There's no fucking toilet paper anywhere, man.
Yeah.
So now you've shit an explosive shit. You're holding your fucking pants in your one hand, your shoes off, and balancing on another your shoe on the outside. And you got no damn toilet paper. And then you see all these people like, now what the fuck do you do?
Yeah.
So I went through a couple pairs of boxers.
Yeah, socks. You sacrifice what you can, man.
Yeah. No, but then what do you mean? Like, what are you supposed to?
You're supposed to bring your own.
You're supposed to bring your own.
Oh,
everywhere you leave.
You didn't know that?
No, it was like first week I was there. Yeah. Like it's normal here to go to a washroom and have toilet paper.
Remember in Cuba when you use the public washrooms? There's a lady standing outside like a maid, and you tip them. And when you tip them, they give you the roll of toilet paper. Until you don't tip, if you don't tip them, they don't fucking have toilet paper in the washrooms, and they don't tell you.
Well, there was that flea market that we went to. We had to pay to get in the toilet. He wouldn't let us
that's to use.
That was his business. Using his toilet.
Yeah,
I used one of those too. I had to pay like 2 UN or something to this guy. He had a toilet in this area, old city, super old city.
Yeah,
and it was just disgusting. Like it was like literally a hole. And you had to shit between like 2 cinder blocks.
Nice.
And
it's like a butt chimney.
Yeah, it was just gross. And like, I don't want to get too much detail, but
it's
it was
all good.
gross.
It's all good. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. So then
That's true.
It was factual.
Yeah, same with trains. The trains there have just a hole in the ground to go outside. Like they don't go into anything. It's just you like go in the train, like the shitter in the train, and it's just a hole.
Like,
like onto the fucking tracks.
In China?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe not now. Maybe this
like,
is
like Hansel and Gretel. You could always find your way home. As long as you leave breadcrumbs.
You just know where the train's going. Yeah, no, it was definitely an experience. A lot of learning experience when I was there.
Yeah. Culturally, it's like fucking completely opposite, right? Like there's a lot of things that
way different.
Yeah, that's why it's that whole east-west fucking thing, right?
Yeah, yeah, especially from us. Like the worst part too, going to China is like a big shock because you're used to getting you're not used to getting stared at all the time. Like people are staring at you all the time in China, like because they're so different.
Yeah.
And I went 15 years ago, so 15 years ago they didn't have a lot of foreigners, like Western people, living in these cities. So like they didn't know what like blue eyes were or any of this stuff, like weird things that we take for granted, right? And the hardest part though was coming back here. Like the culture shock you get coming back.
When you have to like re-establish yourself in like our lifestyle, like the North American lifestyle.
Even the jokes, the wittiness, and how people are so sarcastic. Like you'd have to talk slow there all the time, you know. And then you get back, it's like, "Hi, how are you?" You know, like because you're just not used to regular conversations. Yeah, that was the hardest part. But yeah, shitting is good.
Shitting is good. Toilets are good. Enjoy them.
Yeah,
enjoy them.
Don't you hate it when you shit? And when you finish shitting, you flush the toilet, and then that chunk come back? What does that chunk want?
Go with your friends.
Who's that?
It's Eddie Murphy, remember?
Yeah. I don't know.
Raw, Eddie Murphy, Raw? No?
What is that chunk?
He's like, or the other one was, don't you hate it when you shit, and you be straining for a long time, and a little pebble shit come out, and then it hit the water, and then that water splash up on your ass. Hey Murphy, man, back in the day he was the fucking best.
He was. He's fucking awesome. He's still alive, right? Like
he's still alive.
Yeah, Charlie Murphy though.
Yeah, on the other hand, he was funny too. Though.
He was funny, but he was different funny, man. Like the Chappelle skits, man.
Oh fuck. The Rick James skits.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
The 5 finger say to the face. Slap.
Oh man, that is one of the funniest skits like of all time. When they're like when he talks about Rick James, or when Prince, Prince, right?
Blouses versus shirts. Your crew versus mine.
Oh man,
blouses versus shirts.
You fucking know the reason why they're so funny. I think it's because you know those fucking things are their stories are true.
No, 100% true.
They're
right?
so true. These guys.
Sorry, that was cold-blooded.
Fuck your couch.
Fuck your couch. Yeah.
When he is like,
never giving you guys money. So I changed it. See how I changed it?
Or then when they beat his ass on the couch and he's like his leg, he has no his legs. He's got no control. He can't even walk anymore. Yeah, no. And he's still like still like
I've taken harder ass whoopings than this. as he's like army crawling away.
Yeah, that is a funny fucking show.
Dave Chappelle.
He has a new one. Yeah, like it was like released in the last year or something, like on Netflix.
Yeah, he's got.
He's had a few releases come out.
Yeah, he's had 3 specials since then.
Yeah.
He had 2 that he released at the same time, and then 1 was a little bit after.
Yeah.
It's not as funny though. I don't know. It's like he's not going as hard as he was before. I feel like.
I think he's just doing what he wants now. Like before, it was like to get the audience to do that. Like,
he doesn't need to do that
now. He doesn't need to, man. Now he's just like, fuck it, man. I'm gonna tell the jokes that I want to tell. I'm gonna do it my way. Fuck you. If you don't like it, leave.
Yeah, well, it was funny because I was watching like a documentary where he was or like an interview or whatever it was of him, and he was saying that when Netflix, because it was a Netflix special, the ones he just did, there was like 4 or something. He said the first 2 that he released to Netflix, he signed the contract for like $100 million, whatever the fuck it was, huge amount of money. He had already 2 like in his closet that he just recorded like from way back. Like when, so he just had to redo the skits himself. Like, so it was just already pre-made. So he said that was the easiest 50 million I've ever made in my life. Yeah. He said it literally went like this, and blew the dust off the covers, and handed them in. So maybe that's why, I don't know.
There was that interview that they did with him about. Do you see the one where he's talking about the chimp and how they catch chimps?
I think so.
No.
So they wait. The hunters wait for these chimps, like the chimps, and like. Drought wise, so they follow them, and he says that they follow them to the water, and when they go back for the water, they put like a bowl in a cage that has salt in it. So the monkey wants to eat the salt. Okay. The salt inflates his hand, and he can't get his hand out of the cage.
You're telling the story wrong, man.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, you did.
It's a baboon, right? So it's like an African hunter. What they do when they're like in the desert, right, and they need to get water. So what they do is they make a hole in like the fucking the rock or whatever, right? They make a hole,
okay, and
then they put salt in there, and then what happens is the monkey comes, and then it sticks its hand inside the hole and it grabs the salt, right? But then it gets stuck because it can't. But the monkey's too dumb to like. To know how to all they do is let go of the salt, and they can pull his hand out, but he won't let go, so he gets stuck. And then so the tribesman takes him, right, and then like captures him and then ties a rope around him and then gives him all the salt that he wants, right? And so the monkey's fucking owning the salt. And then what happens is now that the monkey's thirsty, so he lets go of the monkey, and then the monkey goes to their like water source, and then he follows, okay, and then he follows the monkey to where the water is, right? So they go like underground, like fucking like
they call those things.
But the analogy was that right before he quit the Chappelle Show, he was the baboon.
Mm-hmm.
So he couldn't like they got him, and they essentially like they were giving him all the salt he wanted. And he was just like, okay, let's do this. And then he's the one leading them to water. So he just at one point said, fuck it, I'm letting go.
And that's when he took that 10-year break.
Man, he walked away. When he was at his peak too, man, that dude was making
that would have been hard
bank, and he just left.
Yeah.
Well, because he was also saying like I didn't want to be. I didn't like where it was. Like I couldn't go anywhere without being. I wanted. There was too many people.
Yeah.
I didn't like that lifestyle of being. I couldn't like do whatever I wanted.
It's almost
right?
like he was controlled, right?
Yeah.
Because you're so famous that you can't be anywhere without somebody like.
Yeah, asking you for stuff.
Asking you, or just not even able to like eat dinner with people, autographs, pictures, shit like that, right? So
well, it's like it was like that
happens to me all the time because of this podcast.
Like Michael Jackson, I
haven't got anything.
He shut down a grocery store or whatever.
So you go shopping?
So he could go pretend to go grocery shopping without being harassed.
That would be the fucked up
for
thing.
Kids or no.
That would be those,
was he a Chinese thing, market? Man. No, I'm
just all those normal things in life.
Yeah,
like that we take for granted, right? Or he even like he went to the movie. And they shut down the whole theater,
shut down.
Or just so he could go to the movies without having, Well, this is a motherfucker that has a theater in his, in his house, right?
It's almost worse than like you're pretty much like it's like a jail sentence. It's almost like sometimes, right? When you get that famous, you're that big.
Well, I mean,
that's too much. Almost.
You got to trade. That's what you're trading for, right?
Yeah,
like,
that's a sacrifice.
It's exactly. All in or nothing, right?
Yeah. Trust me, man. How do you guys? I don't know how you guys deal with your celebrity, man, but it's been hectic for me.
How's it been? You signing lots of autographs?
Yeah, it's autographs, pictures.
Yeah, man. No, you've been hogging the Facebook page, I guess, or something. I haven't got anyone now.
You get Facebook, man. I can't tell how many times did I tell you?
It's too expensive. It's too expensive.
It costs too much of your time.
Yeah, way too much time. Yeah. Way too much time. Yeah.
So
can you maybe pass me? But yeah. He still is probably one of my favorite.
Was that Chappelle?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking funny, man. He's just legitimately funny. Like I feel like he's one of those dudes that's funny regardless of
Yeah, and like Charlie Murphy, I think was too. Like I think he was one of those guys that or he's just a good storyteller. One of the two.
I think a little bit of both, but I think that's what being a comedian is too, right? Is being good at telling stories. Like you have to be good at kind of describing situations,
setting them up.
Yeah. No, there's some pretty funny dudes out there though, man. Like I constantly watch like little bits and stuff like that on Facebook or YouTube, and there's some funny dudes, man.
Yeah, and they're rich.
Because
they're funny.
And they're rich.
Because they're funny.
That's because they don't have any. Excuse me. Any limitations.
Charlie,
that's not. That's why like comedy's not funny nowadays because everybody's like holding back. They're not like, going off. Like there's nothing.
Yeah, comedy back then was way different. It was way different, right? Like back in the day, comedy was like no holds bar, say whatever you want to say.
Oh yeah,
and it actually was funny. Like,
well, you had Pryor, you had Eddie Murphy's, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like George Carlin, guys that didn't give a fuck. No. They said exactly what they wanted to, and they were unapologetic, and they were they laid it out there, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know. You're right. No one really does that anymore. No one has a show.
Nobody has raunchy like comedy, like no whole bar.
And
comedy.
then the best thing is that you had a comedian who's super wholesome, would never swear in his bits, but would drug women.
But it's funny now.
Dr. Huxtable, what did you do?
He wrecked it. He
You know what
wrecked
I mean?
it.
Like, he was a wholesome comic, man.
That just blows my mind.
He would give other comics shit because they would swear in their bits.
How dare you swear in your bit?
I don't need to resort to those tactics to get laughs. No, but you need to resort to the roofies to get it wet, buddy. Like, Jesus, man.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's how the whole thing started with Bill Cosby again. You know that, eh? With Hannibal Buress.
What do you mean? I don't know that.
Hannibal, I guess Bill Cosby tweeted something about if Hannibal was a comic around his time, that he never would have made it because he's way too vulgar. And then Hannibal fired back by saying, at least, like, I'm vulgar, but I don't rape women. And that's what started the whole thing.
Yeah, well, that's a very valid point what he said.
Yeah, well, exactly. But that's what kickstarted the whole thing again. That's what, like, Bill Cosby thought he had skated at that point, man.
Yeah, we have like Urban Fever on Twitch has just said that I think the comedy is exposed to, it's like way more corporate now. He says that I think the clubs are probably more raunchy. He'd like to think that, and you know what? That's probably is true.
Yeah, I believe that.
That definitely makes sense.
The thing is that networks, like anybody that televises, like Comedy Central, even Netflix.
Well, they got so much to lose for sponsors and stuff, right? That's
so
the problem.
So they have to be very careful what they choose to air.
I think we did touch base on this last time.
Or else if they piss off even a third of their viewers,
it's not worth it. It's all money now,
right? They start losing advertisement and stuff like that. Fuck, man, that costs them millions of dollars, right?
Yeah, millions.
So,
yeah, no, that is, it's too bad though, because I have a feeling like that it was. Well, not a feeling. It's true. It was way better back in the day.
Yeah.
Like HBO specials, like when they had like stand up. That was the best.
Well, that's one of the things too, man. Is that people need to. I don't know where we
Lighten
lost.
the fuck up.
No, yeah, well, we lost
it.
People start looking into jokes and like, oh, that's not funny because it's like, motherfucker, laugh, don't laugh, move on.
What? How do you not find this fucking funny? This is the funniest fucking shit I hear, man.
Why are you looking into it to the point where you need to be like, no, and this is why it's offensive. Shut up, laugh, don't laugh, move on. Like, what are you wasting your time for, man?
Yeah, don't have to sit and watch it, bro. Get the fuck out.
For me, this is the way it works. There's a lot of things that you can make a joke about, and the joke can be funny even though the actual thing isn't funny.
That's right.
The joke is the thing that's supposed to be laughed at.
But isn't that what the most funniest shit is?
Yeah,
is when you're making fun of the most serious fucking things.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why it's funny, because no one wants to think. It's a relief because everyone's always so pent up thinking like, oh, you can't talk that way. Yeah. No, it's fucking funny.
Yeah, no,
it's
exactly.
a real fucking thing. Yeah.
Laugh, choose to laugh or not laugh.
And then that's it. You don't have to really think it.
Yeah, don't think into it. Don't look like, oh, that's so offensive. Shut up. Yeah. Why are you talking like that? Like I sent a friend of mine a meme, and it's the old what's it called, Mind Suite?
Yeah.
But it's overimposed on a bunch of Muslims praying.
Okay, yeah. That's funny,
right? And she goes, I don't find that funny. Like, that's racist. Wow. And I'm like, so I screen grab, because I sent it to two people. One of them is my friend who's Muslim.
Yeah.
And he goes, ha, 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 that joke is the bomb. That's what he responded.
Your Muslim buddy responded.
So I screen grabbed that and sent it to the other person and say, look, it's not racist. Here's my friend who's Muslim, and he's laughing about it because it's a joke.
It's a joke.
It's funny. You don't need to be buttered about somebody else's religion because you know what I mean? It's just so funny, but the way it played out, it was perfect, man. Because,
you couldn't. The good thing that happened that way.
But that was I expected that response, but it was funny, man. He goes, ha ha ha, that joke is the bomb.
That's funny. That's funny. That's funny shit. Yeah, but it's too bad because I guess that's the thing, and we don't have any good like comedy places here. We have Rumors, which. Not trying to put it down. I honestly haven't been there enough, but I don't think they get the big names. So
I went to Rumors 3 years in a row for a Christmas party.
Okay, yeah.
And for the 3 years, it was the same comic telling the same fucking preparation H joke, man.
But that's still funny.
No,
by the third year.
By the third year, it was stupid because you're literally like, he didn't even change the wording, the delivery.
You're like, give me the mic, bro. I know what you're doing.
Dude, I'm sitting at the table and everybody's laughing, and this guy's like looking at over. He's like, he thought he was killing it. Everybody was laughing at the stupid shit I was saying, man. Nobody was laughing at him.
It wasn't even him.
Dude, even the table beside us was like listening to me fucking tell jokes and shit.
You're probably telling his jokes before you told it.
No, I was telling other jokes, man. Like, yeah. You know me,
I know
my very appropriate jokes that do not involve anything racial
or anything,
classist, elitist, none of that stuff. No. Very wholesome. I'm like Bill Cosby.
Yeah, you're like If I had to call you someone, that's who I'd call you.
Wow,
Billy. Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Sue, what are you doing over there?
That's funny. Yeah, we got these new sound effects. They're okay. They add in some stuff.
I mean, we're having a blast with them so far.
We are.
Exactly. I don't know if anybody else enjoys them, but I'm enjoying the shit of it right now.
Yeah.
Charlie Murphy, what's that?
Well, no, that's Becky Larson says when we were talking about Dave Chappelle, she's like, Charlie Murphy. Charlie Murphy. And then when we were saying Urban Fever, just saying that most comedians are now like part of corporate stuff, so that's why they can't really touch base on all the raunchy shit.
Well, because they get
we get sued or whatever. Their corporation would
get
sued.
Get
blacklisted.
Here's the thing that I want to bring up with Nicole next time she's on. Is so a guy.
Nicole is a girl we had on the last episode.
Yeah, if you guys didn't watch
last episode,
look her up on YouTube. It's her channel's called Chow Down.
Yeah, and it's she's on our last video too. So.
Yeah, exactly. Like if a comedian makes certain jokes, he's what's it called? No, it's not called feminist. It's called
like he is like when he's like talking about girls or like
making
fun of girls or something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know what you call it.
Sexist.
English.
Exactly.
English.
Don't start that again last time. You know what happened last time.
Yeah.
But, for example, like Amy Schumer.
She's so not funny.
She's not funny, but she gets away with all these stupid jokes that, you know, like...
Yeah, she bashes guys quite a bit.
Yeah, and she not only that, but like she goes, "Oh, I'm so slutty," you know. That's her
talks
whole,
about her vagina.
That's a major part of her fucking comedian. Like, if a guy went and said, "I slept with Amy Schumer," blah blah blah, everybody be like, "Oh, you can't say that about her." Like,
yeah,
it's a double standard.
There's a lot.
Again,
yeah,
right?
There's a lot of double standard, I think.
But once again, it's not fair for me to say it without a female here to defend their species.
Yeah, oh, that could that'll get somebody. Yeah, no, it isn't fair.
Yeah, no. So next time, I have a few points that I want to bring up.
The same thing too with the Twitch thing, like about like girls that are
they can sexualize themselves, and then their channels don't get shut down or anything like that.
There's some that do, I saw, but not like there's always a loophole, like the body paint thing.
Yeah.
Whichever, it's good, but it's
like Sue was saying though, if you do a thing of body painting your nuts instead of a girl's chesticles.
Yeah, like she's totally like topless body painting, but it doesn't get flagged. So if a guy was going to go on there and like paint his nutsack, like
you should try it, man. This camera's got really good zoom, bro.
40 times zoom. Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know. I think it's because guys don't really care. Like whatever, fuck. It's. I think we're not sensitive that way.
Yeah, a lot less offensive.
And we don't care. We're not
offended, I should say. Yeah. I think we thicker skin a little bit.
Yeah,
but not everybody's like that though. Like we're like that now. Like we're older, we're a different generation, man. The newer guys are getting offended by stupid shit too.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen a lot of that.
Well, because they're trying to be like white knights, right? They're trying to be like
that puffer fish.
Yeah, they're like they're trying to be like the white knights and then agree to try to get laid, right? They're trying to agree with whatever you know, and it's like,
yeah.
But yeah, no. Hopefully they at least shave their vaginas before going after these chicks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was a thing actually now that you mentioned that, I read this thing where they're saying that in this day and age there's a lot more guys that are living at home and not like they're not getting laid, right? You know, and
I've heard that too.
Yeah, it's like that actual
Listen, Fleshlight is a multi-million-dollar company for a reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new one? That's fucking insane.
No, I haven't.
They have a brand new one.
I searched the guy side, man.
Oh my god. Anyways, they have a new one. They have a new one. It looks like a fucking like straight out of like a sci-fi movie, and it has like a holder for your phone. It's crazy, yo. Yeah. It's a brand. They just came out with it. It's like the fucking
it charges your phone with
Fleshlight 2000 or something. Yeah, it's
a shake charge. It's like those old fucking things on your bike that you used to flip up and they spin and they give you the lights. It's the same thing. The more you hump it, the more it charges the battery on your phone.
Yeah, man. Holy, it's like
your phone's always got power, eh?
I foresee people's phones exploding with too much energy.
That's why the Samsungs are catching on fire. It's just like can't hold more charge. That's funny. No, I'm like, that's gotta get innovative. You gotta change it up.
I mean,
I'm curious. No, I don't want to spend the money, but
we've all
realized
we've all realized you're curious, man.
Yeah,
No,
has to go borrow.
But the thing is, though, is the funny thing is. If you see like girls' toys, see how complex those fuckers are?
Yeah,
right?
They're pretty detailed.
They're detailed. They have all this. Like, one thing spins one way, and then the other spins the other, and it's got some other shit on the other side doing one of these. Like, and then what do guys get? A fucking silicone sleeve you get to hump. What's the difference from a fucking tube sock, man? Technology hasn't advanced for us. Like, we're still in the fucking same thing we were when I was 12 years old.
No, I'm telling you, it has advanced. The new fucking Fleshlight is fucking insane.
So
finally,
do you give it
two thumbs up?
2 thumbs up.
I don't I don't know how much it is, but I feel like it's
it's cheaper. Like it's cheaper than date night.
No, I'm married, so it's cheaper just to with the wife.
Doesn't matter how much it was.
Ask Dr. Hustle, man. Roofies are cheap, bro.
No, that would get expensive too, man.
I guess, yeah.
Now it is.
Well, there's that meme where like he's like, "Hey, Cardi B, can I buy you a drink?" And Cardi B's like, "No, let me buy you one." And then I was like,
"Hey, Cardi, I don't
Bill
feel
Cosby's
so
like, he's got that shocked face.
Yeah. That's a good one. I didn't hear that.
Hey, Cardi B, I'm not feeling so good. Don't worry, everything will be fine. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't know that she was doing that to guys when Nicole was bringing that up.
Like I said, it's funny. Like, I'm going to just go back a little bit on that one. It's funny because if it was the other way around, it'd be a huge uproar. At the same time, though, as a guy, I'm like, good for you, motherfucker.
Yeah,
like, you fucking bamboozle the shit out of that fucking, like, hey, man. Play the game, right? Like, at the same time, though, like I said, as a man.
Double standard.
Yeah.
Double standard stuff.
Well, I mean, like, when you're going to hit up rippers or prostitutes, you're setting yourself up for that, right? Like that's how I'm like. I think it's obviously it's wrong. Yeah. It's wrong to do that, but at the same time, if you're putting, if you're put yourself in that situation, then you're kind of asking for it. Right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, at the end of the day, like, what did you expect?
Yeah,
like, you kind of knew you were getting into some shady shit when you took home a girl from the fucking strip club. As soon as that happened,
you went to pay and like that's her whole goal is to get paid and make money, right? Yeah. And you can't really do anything about it, so nobody can call cops.
I got played.
I got drugged and robbed by a prostitute.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You're under arrest for soliciting prostitution.
That's probably what happened.
Fucking thing, man.
But no, yeah.
I mean, where we are, like, located in the shop here, we should have just took the microphone outside.
Outside, yeah.
We would have got the same sounds.
Yeah.
Except you would have heard one of these.
Oh, fuck, the other day, I was outside, or last week, I was outside, and this fucking guy comes ripping through in a Charger, just around the corner, going through. I'm like, holy fuck, this guy is just fucking giving her. And then it didn't occur to me. And then after, we were going out to eat somewhere, me and the family, and then that same Charger was parked in the front. both like on the passenger side, both tires were blown.
Oh,
it was a stolen car. Both tires were blown. The side was all like fucking. They hit a pole or something,
Nice.
And then we're like, I'm like, holy, that's the fucking asshole that was ripping it up earlier. And it didn't occur to me that it was a stolen car. Yeah. And then after, and then I'm like, fuck, that was a stolen car because like. I'm like, maybe they're waiting for CAA or whatever, but I'm like, wait a second. Like, yeah, both tires were just blown. There was like dent, like they hit a pole or something. And then the following day, I saw the cops outside. They were like
checking it
out, right? Yeah. And then the cops like staring at me, right, looking at me, and I was just outside. And in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck are you like he was giving me a look like.
This is too obvious.
Yeah, and I'm like, why the fuck why you looking at me like that? I feel like it's almost like disrespect. Like I'm standing in front of my house. If I had anything to do with that, I'm not gonna be coming out. And like.
So I bought a brand new car. I had it for 2 weeks, and it got stolen.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm sitting there. Mm-hmm. I reported the whole deal, whatever, and I'm literally on my way home. I'm using my dad's van.
Yeah.
I drive down the side, like a side street.
Yeah.
And guess what I see just sitting there?
Cops?
My car.
Oh, your car.
They literally drove it like a block away.
Oh,
I guess they stripped all the stereo out of it, and then they just parked it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit, how heady is it if I say, hey guys, I found my car, right? So I was like, fuck, do I even call them? Like, what do I do? And at that point, it was kind of a little bit inconvenient for me to be using my dad's ride because I had to go to work, right? Yeah. So I was like, fuck it, man, I'm going to call and whatever. So I called them up and was like, listen, this is going to sound crazy, but I found the car. Yeah. And they're like, did you? Like, yeah, it's parked like a block away from my house. So they sent a tow truck to pick it up and stuff. But it was one of those moments where you're like, do I want to go down this road? Like, fuck, man.
I was the time I went to go mail a letter. I literally parked. I got out, went to go mail a letter, and the dude jumped in my fucking truck and took off. And I fucking took off right away. I was like, fuck. And then, and it was gone. I'm like, fuck. So, right. And then we went on vacation, me and the family. And then the cops called us while we were on vacation. Oh, we found your truck. I'm like, fuck. Because I was like, I don't want my truck back. I want hopefully they fucking took it, set it on fire, and fucking,
took it off road.
Yeah, because I don't want it back. Yeah, fuck.
It's funny that you said that. One time when we were younger, we were kids, man. So you know how you start your car, you put in the wintertime, you put your key in, and you walk away for a bit. We found a car like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we took it.
It
was 4 of us, man. And as I'm coming down the back lane, like to get out, like I'm a baby driver here. As I'm like driving down the back lane, the guy comes out and is like, he's standing there with his arms up, like fuck. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh man.
My buddy used that car for like a month and a half. Man.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Holy
that was back in the day when the cops didn't have all the.
They didn't have all the fucking
yeah. So you could literally get away with doing stupid shit like that. Yeah. But nowadays, fuck you.
Now it's too hard, man. Yeah. Fucking, they have helicopters.
I mean, allegedly, this is an alleged story that maybe did or maybe did not.
Maybe did not happen. Yeah.
Most pointing towards the negative. Yeah. But yeah, no, it was. I don't know. We grew up in the West End, man.
Oh, yeah. We grew up in the Hood.
That's what it was.
I was like my buddy one time. He jacked a Crown Victoria.
I got one as a rental.
And he picked us up, and we fucking went, and we were like pulling people over and stuff. That was super funny. Yeah. We had the lights and everything.
Yeah, we got. I got one for a rental one time when my other car got stolen. I said, live in the West End, man. This happened all the time.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah,
sounds like it.
So they gave me a Crown Vic. It's the only one they had on the lot, like the only rental they had on the lot. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I would literally like went right outside the perimeter on Pembina. You know, there's like a what is it? It used to be a Honda dealership. I don't know if it still is, but it's right towards the end. Anyways, I parked it there, and I had like a fucking Coke bottle hanging out the window,
Radar.
sitting there like this, and you just see people hit the brakes like coming in from fucking St. Norbert.
Fucking assholes.
I know. Now I'm like, if I see one of those cars, I'm like, motherfucker, you know how many? There's two people in this world that owe me weed. It's rappers that put sirens in their fucking music, and guys that buy those fucking Crown Vics or the fucking Fords. Motherfuckers, you get behind me, it's just like, fuck, nope, not today.
But you know what though? I fucking
So
I don't mind like a Crown Vic, bro. If you have a Crown Vic, you can go wherever you want. You can go wherever you want. You know,
they're super dope. Like the suspension's fucking.
They are.
Great.
No, but you can drive where and not worry about like getting pulled over. You can like, you know, it's such a.
It's kind of a pain in the ass though, because because I have a dealership, or whatever. I used to take like an Impala, and I never thought anything about that. And I was driving around the city, and like fucking no one would be like driving the speed limit.
Yeah,
so you're, like going
slows
so
down.
slow everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck? And I was like, it's the car I'm driving.
Yeah, everybody slows down because everything.
Yeah,
I'm dude. I do 60. If it's 60, I go 65. I'll pass that motherfucker. I don't give a shit.
Well, yeah, you gotta drive.
Yeah, people are like, oh, so paranoid. It's like you're the first motherfuckers to get pulled over.
that's always my first thing is like, you know what? Fuck, I got nothing to hide. I'm not driving.
Yeah.
This guy's driving under
Lucky.
the speed limit, right? Like,
He's doing like
it always
40.
seems like cops never do the fucking speed limit. Like,
No, they do it on purpose.
Yeah.
They slow down
Some
on
people
purpose.
yeah,
pass,
and then
yeah.
they're gonna check to see
Yeah.
who's like
plates
stressing
or-
out, right? And I just
Yeah.
go, fuck that, I'm passing this fucking guy.
Yeah, I don't
exactly.
Pull me over if you want, fuck.
You gonna pull me over for doing 5 over the speed limit?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, no, that's it's not good.
No bueno.
No bueno. But talking about getting cars stolen, it happens at the dealership sometimes. Like someone will come in the winter, and like we always warm the cars up or get a plate on it, and then we go inside to sit there and like let it warm up. You don't want to just drive it right? And like out of nowhere, like we just look outside, car's gone. Like fucking, there's people just dropping them, fuck right off. Like you drive away, and then you find them like a block away.
Yeah.
They wanna walk.
Every time that happens, Les goes, woohoo!
Yeah.
That insurance money.
I've already had 3 cars stolen from me.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't even care because I'd rather not deal with MPI because it's just like such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Like it's just like extra work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had 3 vehicles. Same
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
I've had I forget what kind of car it was, but it was like I can't remember what it was, but it was like a sedan, a 4-door sedan, and it was fully loaded, awesome, you know, like the heat was awesome, everything was great, and
It's
then
a good car.
and then I get a knock on my door at 4 a.m. Do you own this fucking car? I'm like, yeah, we found it. It's fucking, and it's like, damn it, you know, like it's just a pain in the ass to go through MPI and go through all that shit when you're like satisfied with your car.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
My dad got a phone call one time from the cops, and they're like, Mr. Mondaka, where's your vehicle right now? And he's like, in my backyard. He's like, where's your backyard? He's like, what's the thing? So my dad gives him the address, and he goes, the cop's like, can you do me a favor? And he's like, can you go to your backyard and check to see if your vehicle's there? And my dad goes, okay. So he goes outside. He comes back. He's like, yeah, fuck, it's gone. He's like, the cop's like, I know. It's actually parked in our parking spot. We can't park in the, like, I guess it was one of those community outreach programs that they had on fucking Ellis. He's like, we can't park because your vehicle's parked in our parking spot.
Holy.
That's why they looked it up, because they're like, come move your fucking car, motherfucker.
Do you have the keys?
Yeah, my dad was notorious for leaving his keys in the car. He just fucking stopped the car and just go.
That used to be a normal thing.
Yeah, and at the same time, like my dad comes from this small village in Chile, like a small town. I shouldn't say village, fucking huts and shit, but small town, close. But,
Yeah. We'll let you upgrade yourself.
But it's like a tight knit group, so nobody stole anything, like essentially from anybody. There was a couple guys that would they're bad apples, and everybody knew if shit went missing, that's the first place you go look. Yeah. Exactly.
Same. It's actually the same. Like because I grew up part of my life in Carmen, Manitoba, and it was the same out there. It was like everyone, you drove your car, you'd park it in your driveway, just leave the keys in it.
Yeah,
like why would you lock your door? You know, it's like
if you know all your neighbors and shit, like why? Right?
It's like so much effort for somebody to fucking go out there. So
I guess he learned that the hard way because his vehicle's been stolen a few times too.
Keys aren't in there anymore.
Yeah, no, none more.
Yeah,
we got him that push start now.
Yeah,
the keys stay in the pocket.
Yeah, the one that's like right by the door, so the car's by the door, they still can start it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's just close enough.
Yeah. And then you have a command start, so the module, you got to fucking put a key inside the module.
Yeah. So bypass.
All you got to do is get the proper wire and then clip it to the power.
Yeah, you can like
bypass. It powers it up. Yeah,
bypass them. Yeah.
Allegedly, children, don't do this.
I don't even know if that works either. But
you remember when you were younger?
Right.
Did you guys ever do the fucking shimmy with the fucking.
Yeah,
I never understood.
I'm actually really good.
Oh yeah, I fucking mastered that pretty quick, man. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because we have them because for the dealership, like for customers that like lock their keys in the car or whatever. I fucking can't even do it. I go back to I resort to the old school coat hanger.
Oh yeah.
Get through the window.
Yeah, no, I'm actually really good.
Yeah.
Good at doing it.
Like fucking Hondas, they're so easy.
Yeah. It's because they have that hard bend right by the thing, man. You catch that bend and you just pop it up.
Really?
Yeah. We at the dealership we had a 5 Series that we couldn't get open because the key, it was the wrong key. It was like the valet key.
Okay, yeah.
So you couldn't do anything, and the battery was dead. And those things
now,
are power ignitions, right? So I mean, the cylinders are power. So all it is a switch that unlocks actuator. So they're like, they called the tow truck guy. He came in with a Jimmy, couldn't do it. And then one day I'm like, you know what?
You had some time.
I got some time. Like, I bet you I can get into that car. And they're like, it costs like $180 for somebody to come down and get into that car. I'm like, I should have said, give me 60, give me 80, give me something. If I win, give me something. Dude, I was out there for 10 minutes. I unlocked the car.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I got in 60-second it. So you take out the bulb for the license plate.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. And then you put power to that, and then you ground you put the ground of the booster pack on the exhaust pipe because it grounds to the car, right?
Okay.
And that gives it enough current
to
unlock the doors.
That's such a smart idea, dude.
Yeah, man.
I never thought of that because my dad had that same thing because he had a Corvette.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened. He locked the key in the car, and because the fob's in the car, it doesn't let you use the other key.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that would somehow allow.
You'd have to stall the car. The car would have to not be running.
Yeah, so that wouldn't work for that situation. It's only if the battery's dead.
If the battery's dead, though, and you can't get in with the thing,
that's what you got to do.
Yeah, tail light.
That totally makes sense. Yeah, that's smart. I never thought of that.
They're like, "How did you do it?" I'm like, "I'm not telling you. It's job security."
Yeah, no shit. Fuck,
plus,
that's smart,
I'm like, I'm that kind of Mexican.
No shit. These Mexican came out.
Now they know. And Drazen, if you're watching,
that's pretty smart.
Concords.
That's Concord. That's what I had.
A Concord.
The
they're
Concord,
pimp,
yeah.
Man. They're
There's a
nice.
4-door, fully loaded.
300s before the 300s were a
Concord,
thing.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Those are like luxury rides, bro.
Yeah, man. I was like, this is an awesome ride. It's cheap, fully loaded. He's great. The Concord, that's what I had.
That's what eventually became the 300.
Yeah, and then
they were called 300s. They still had that Concord body style.
That's right. Yeah, no, I remember that.
And then I got a knock on my door at 4 a.m. Hey, do you own a fucking Concord? Like, yeah, why?
Not no more.
Not anymore. Yeah, me and the wife were like, fuck, that was a good ride.
And they're really comfortable because they're a big boat, right?
Yeah.
Should have got one of these.
It was a Chrysler Concord. Yeah.
They're good cars. Actually are. They're really comfortable. Lots of space, long wheelbase. They have leather, sunroof, everything. Yeah, they're good cars. I had one of those. That was like one of the first cars I ever sold too. Not to get back into sales, but one of the first cars I ever sold. Yeah, and the engine blew like a week later.
Oh. Yeah. You when I was talking about the Concord, because this motherfucker don't know cars, man. Yeah. So I was like,
he knows his own car. Yeah.
No, yeah. That's what it was. Concord. Who put that? The Concord.
Cat.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, we liked that car. It was like it was comfortable. The heat was super good.
I'm glad your wife knows more about cars than you.
Yeah. Thanks, Kat, for knowing more about cars. So yeah, no. What else going on? Soup? What else happened in your life? Anything?
I quit smoking.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's been 5 days.
That's fucking. It's a hard thing.
Oh, no, this is the longest I've ever been without smoking, and I've been smoking since I was 11.
Hopefully.
So like over 25 years.
That's
over 25 years.
That's a hard thing to.
Over 25 years I've been smoking, so it's definitely the first few days was definitely really tough. It's not even the craving of the cigarette that was bothering me. It was being in a bad mood.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's being grouchy, yeah.
Super edgy.
Yeah, I'm just like, everything makes me mad.
As soon as it's because I've quit a couple times and I always come back. I've done like a 6 month. I've done a year.
Oh yeah.
And like as soon as I've tried a couple times since then.
Yeah.
And as soon as I go and I tell my wife, I'm like, I'm gonna try.
How do you go a whole year and then go back to smoking again?
Yeah,
that's
I know.
A long
So
time,
stupid. I didn't start smoking.
I don't think you should.
No.
Like, as somebody who smoked, you know, I understand because it's like...
Well, so you know what it is? It's like you go out with some friends, you know, you have too much to drink, you're out at the bar, and then, like, everyone's going out for a smoke to socialize. It's always, like, a social area, right? And then, like, you're sitting there and you're like, well, you know, just give me a drag. And then a drag turns into a smoke, and then a smoke turns into 2 smokes, and then a pack, and then everything else, right? So kind of that's how it started. But I always warn my wife when I quit smoking because she like I'm just so snappy. I'm like,
yeah. Does your wife smoke? No way.
No. My wife is like super healthy vegetarian.
What's the thing? The thing is I like smoking. Like it's like I enjoy. I like the taste. I like
everything.
You know, yeah. It's not one of those. Yeah, I'm not one of those people. And then I don't know. I don't know. Would you consider like let's say. I would do a pack every 2-3 days. Is that like a heavy smoker? Would you consider that?
No, I wouldn't say it's heavy smoker.
Right.
But
heavy smokers are usually like a pack a day.
A pack a day. That
Some
would
people
be,
do a pack and a half a day.
Yeah, my dad was a pack and a half. He quit cold turkey. He's been a year and 3 months now. Yeah.
Yeah, I would do like heavy. A pack every 2-3 days, depending on what's happening or what I'm doing. You know, like if if I'm like partying or drinking, then I'll kill a pack in a night.
Yeah, like on a weekend.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah, no. Yeah. No, I don't think half a pack or pack in a couple of days. Might as well just keep smoking. I don't know.
Cancer's calling.
We have a guest. Yeah, no, but it's hard. It's a hard thing.
What's the thing? Like that's what I'm saying is because I like smoking. I actually think it's like
even after a year, to be honest, like you still get cravings.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm 100% certain that but I feel like at this point I don't think I'm ever gonna buy another pack again. You know, I might like here and there I might have a drag or whatever.
Smoke OPs.
Yeah. What's that?
Other people's.
Oh yeah.
That's
and like I quit. I quit. It's not like I quit smoking, but I just quit buying.
Yeah.
No,
that's the first step.
Buying.
First step.
I just got a comment. A quick way to get people to leave the bar is to start playing sirens at the end of the night.
Yeah, that would do it.
Clears the bar out.
Have this thing. Just have it in your pocket. Oh shit.
Pay one guy to walk in dressed as a cop.
Oh.
As long as it's not Danny DeVito.
Hey man, when I was younger, I had a party at my house. I called the cops on myself because I was tired. I want to go to bed. I called the cops on my own house because I was tired. I want to go to bed.
Is that a true story?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Motherfuckers didn't want to leave, so I was like, cops, everybody's got to get out.
I mean, you could have just said that. You didn't have to call the cops.
Go to the next level.
Holy shit.
Next level. Oh,
double the carbon tax on smokes? Question mark.
Carbon tax on smokes.
Aren't they already?
I have no idea what. I don't want to feel angry towards our government. So I don't. Whatever, man.
Yeah, it's one of those things you can't change.
You see our gas prices are going way the fuck up, man. We're like predicted to have like the highest gas prices of like ever because of that fucking stupid ass carbon tax.
Yeah, it is stupid, but the thing is, too, you can't do shit anyways.
No, like, we can't. October 21st, we vote that fucking bitch ass out.
You have to.
Yeah, October 21st.
But I don't think anyone will change it anyways.
Yeah, I feel like
no. There's actually they did the provinces are like protesting.
Yeah, they're hosting a quarter.
Yeah. So we just joined them. So there's like 4 provinces right now protesting the carbon tax. So,
well, hopefully something happens. I don't know.
Yeah, man. Because fuck that. It's
crazy. It's crazy.
I mean,
because that fucking guy, he goes on vacation to Hawaii, right? Takes a private jet there, forgets something at home, takes the private jet back. This is our tax dollars paying for the fucking private jet, and then he's like charging us for carbon tax. You know how much a private jet does? How much pollution? Like how much fucking, you know?
I have a question here on YouTube. It's not a question, but it's a thing that everybody's like, April 15th, nobody buy gas.
That should be a thing, right? Like if everyone's stuck to it.
I know, but it's so hard to make a difference, man.
Listen, here's the problem. Everybody needs gas.
Yeah, I know.
You need it. Plain and simple. You're gonna have to fill up today or tomorrow or the day after.
And then we've tried that already, have we not?
So
like,
try not filling up your tank on April 15th so they could jack the price up even more April 16th because they know you're gonna have to.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They got you by the balls, essentially, right?
You need it.
Unless you got a Tesla, motherfucker, you're gonna have to go to the pump, man.
Yeah, and that's honestly why I don't even look anymore. Like, it just pisses me off. So I just I need the gas. Put it in. Yeah. Like, here's what it is. What are you gonna do?
It's time to reinvest in diesel, man.
Diesel. I have a diesel.
Yeah.
That's what I have. But it's going up too.
Fuck diesel. Just go electric, man. We gotta all.
Yeah.
Everybody gets to get electrical.
It's electric.
Woo, electric. Yeah, no, I don't know. I think we're too far away from that part, but
I don't think so.
Well, fuck, I don't think anyone, like, most people can't afford a fucking gas car.
Is this the guy with the fucking self-driving car weird? This guy can afford he could get the fucking Tesla fucking, the S model, right?
This guy could pay a guy to fucking bike him around wherever he wants to go, man. Fuck. Yeah, right. Like one of those tuk-tuks, man.
That'd be pretty sweet, though. That'd be pretty sweet.
Jeeves?
Take that to work. Take that to work and shit.
I feel like his name wouldn't be Jeeves, though. It'd be like Juan.
No, it'd be fucking what's that? Do it all legal. What's the Snoop Dogg song? Okay.
What?
What's that Snoop Dogg song? Fucking do it all legal. Snoop Dogg when he's like,
I don't know. You're the only one.
Talking about fucking, you know what I'm talking about when he's like talking about the driver having a, oh my god.
Holy. Yeah.
A swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Yeah,
I'm really.
I think people, like, the only way to do it is people need to get educated enough in Canada, start doing like their own research on, you know, different things that are going through, and, you know, really look at the next election and really do your research on who's running and what they're running for, not just all the bullshit they tell you like up front. Like, look into them a little bit more. You know, Google some shit and look it up. Yeah. Because, like, that's the only way you might have a chance, I think, right now.
There needs to be a way to end this career politician thing.
Yeah.
Right? Because at the end of the day, a career politician never really... they represent what people? Because his entire life, he's been surrounded with people that aren't your average Joe.
That's what I don't like.
Whose interest are you representing when you go into term? Like,
how do you even relate, man?
Yeah, like Trudeau. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who is he relating to?
Yeah, he's a trust fund kid.
He's a trust fund kid, exactly.
He doesn't know what it's like. He's spending
everybody else's money.
He's trying to do whatever is popular, right?
And then get a carbon tax so he can cover his ass. Like,
yeah,
you know.
And, like, you hope maybe like someone will run against that. Like, say we're gonna reverse.
Oh, there is. There's a few guys that are like calling him out for fucking the scandal. What's that scandal where the fucking that he's getting?
Oh, with that whole...
yeah, because the second command guy, his like best buddy there fucking resigned, right? So
yeah,
there's a lot of stuff going on. But if you don't hear anything about that on the news here, hey? Like, it's bizarre. Yeah. You have to really look...
No, it's because it's the CRTC, baby, is government owned.
Well, it's like Canadian politics is so like fucking stale. You know, it's not like...
It's not really,
They should do a battle royale. Fuck this shit. Just put two guys in a ring. The last guy standing wins.
Oh, have you ever seen that fucking Trudeau, the boxing match that Trudeau had? He was getting... You ever see that? He was getting smashed.
Really?
Yeah.
They put him in a ring?
Wow. Yeah, he was like doing a boxing match.
This was before, though.
And then, he was getting... he was like, taking full shots.
That's pretty funny. No, but something's got to change. And you're right. Like, I wish that there was... Like, you need a lot of money to be able to compete, like, for running, like, in the elections, and you need to have enough people that want to listen to you, but you also want somebody that is like more normal to everybody, not like these people, like you're saying, like Trudeau, like a trust fund kid, or all these people that have millions and millions of dollars.
Well, that's the thing with politics. It's a popularity contest.
Yeah,
you know, it doesn't matter if you're qualified to do the job.
Yeah.
If you're popular, that's all that matters, you know. Like, you just...
And that's
what they're looking for. Yeah, what's qualification?
Like, that's like, I don't know. Yeah. It's just the wrong interest. Like, it just seems like no matter what you do, you can't win anyways. So
you're not representing the average household people anymore. Yeah, you're not.
No, it's just like
SCN Lavalin.
Is that a person, or what is that? Is that someone running, or
no? That's
was that somebody?
I'm assuming that it's young Caleb. He's in Quebec now.
Like living there?
Yeah, you never met young Caleb, but you've met him.
Mm-hmm.
He's joined the military, and he's got contract out in Quebec.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's out there for the next couple of years.
Was he making like poutines or?
No, I wonder if they're training. I wonder if they're training him to fight against Kareem, man. They were roommates.
Well, yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it might change his perspective.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so shout out to young Caleb if that's you, buddy. Thanks for listening, man.
Does he speak French?
Je ne sais pas.
You might.
Un petit peu.
Well, like everyone's got Siri now.
Yeah. Siri, translate this.
Yeah, I did that a couple times. It works really well. Fuck, it's crazy how fast it is. I think it is.
I think it is.
I think it works good.
Well, they got the thing that's fucking real-time translation, eh?
Yeah, they have that now, yeah.
Yeah, they have cameras that do that too.
Yeah.
What do you mean, like cameras? Do they translate your face?
No, so what happens is like if you're in an airport that has like foreign languages,
Yeah.
It's like augmented reality.
Oh,
so you
cool.
put the camera up and it says it in English for you.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. That's
neat,
super
man.
cool. I don't think we're far away from that, to be honest. Like real-time translating, and you don't.
No, we're not. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
like
I feel
what
like-
I can't remember what it was, but like it's like a
It's 90% of the world speaking English.
yeah.
That's already there too. Yeah. But I know there's a device you could select like English and Chinese or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when they heard the Chinese, it translated back.
And you just speak into it's like a device that you just speak into it, and then it translates what you want to say.
Yeah. No, that'd be kind of neat. Kind of late to the party almost though, because like you said, like 90% of
Yeah.
the world speaks English anyways now.
I had a theory about you know how you learn French as a secondary language here in Canada.
Yeah.
In other countries, you learn English
Spanish.
or yeah, exactly. What I was really high one time on weed. I have to clarify that.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, I'm like, you should have taught the primary language and then international sign language as a second language globally.
Interesting.
That way, everybody could communicate with everybody, even if you couldn't speak or if you were deaf.
That seems more important.
Right? Like, what
Another
did, like,
language.
yeah, does it mean like that other language? If you it's just the basis of international sign, so you could like say certain things. But isn't that crazy?
I like there's some common ones though, like this.
As international.
International.
Yeah.
And like there's like this, you know.
No, wrong one.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
He didn't take that class. Yeah, no, that's
Oh, he
actually
takes it all right.
No, I didn't say he didn't take it in the ass. I said class. Yeah, no, it's actually interesting content. If they would have did like hands.
Yeah.
It's called
That way, then the blind people would be fucked.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That was my that was one
night
one night of clarity, I guess. I don't
thinking
know.
out loud.
Thinking out loud, exactly, man. There you go.
Yeah, thanks. Is there anyone on YouTube right now?
We have 4 people on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
We have a couple
We're
on
jumping
Twitch,
back and forth from Twitch.
Yeah.
Twitch and YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, appreciate you guys.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah, thanks for staying. If you guys have anything you want to talk about,
Say
let us
or-
know.
Throw a comment out there, guys, if you want.
If you want more sound effects,
Yeah.
You want more?
yeah, you got to get some more of those.
Holy
That's a long one.
red coats over here. The British are coming.
Yeah.
How about them Jets?
Mm. Yeah, they clinched. Well, they already clinched spot, but yeah,
they lost the
finished
last one though. They fucking
second. Yeah, they won
blew
yesterday.
it.
But they were resting.
They
They
were
were
won
resting.
yesterday?
They were
They won
resting.
yesterday, yeah, they were resting. Yeah,
Resting
I don't know
for
about
the
that because they
playoffs.
finished second, man. Like they should finish first.
I mean,
Well, they don't get a home ice advantage in some of it if it goes far.
Who did we
but,
play yesterday?
They were playing Phoenix.
Phoenix. Oh,
Yeah, Phoenix, and yeah, they won. I think it was 4-2. But yeah, they don't look that great.
the game before that they were like winning 2-1, and then in the last
They did
3
that.
minutes, and then they lost in overtime.
They've done that lots. It's kind of a bad time. Like. It's
Well, they
kinda
started
like
getting sloppy at the end there.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then
what the
especially
hell.
like Hollaback did, right? Hollaback did so much work with all those goals he saved, right?
Yeah, he saved so many shots. Then like right at the end,
Yeah.
they lost a lot right at the last.
They lost their steam at the end there.
Yeah, it's too bad. We'll see. Like, playoffs a new thing. It's like any sport, right? As soon as
Yeah.
playoffs comes around, it's a whole new ball game now.
Were you guys gonna watch the playoffs?
I have tickets. So
Oh, you're gonna watch it?
I'll be there.
It's a home game next game.
It's home game Wednesday. Yeah.
Are you gonna be there?
Yeah. Well, actually, no, I won't be there this time because I share tickets with a buddy of mine.
Yeah.
So our wives, because last year we never took our wives once. We just went every game. Like when they're home, they're like bitching. So we said they'll go to the first one and then we'll do the rest.
Oh yeah.
So
cool, man.
I'll be watching probably.
I'm thinking maybe we watch them on Les's couch.
Yeah, we could. Yeah.
we gotta see this new bad boy couch.
It's fucking crazy.
No, I'm gonna go Garbanzo's.
Oh, fuck you then.
What are you guys called to?
Careful, man. People get shot around that place.
Garbanzo's.
Yeah.
But Polo Park, Garbanzo's.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah.
Might be fun. I'm down for anything.
Yeah,
we hang out with
we know that.
Rich and fucking Dre and.
Self-destruct sequence activated.
That'd be good. Yeah, we definitely have to watch it. The street party's on too, right?
Yeah.
So that changes the ball game too in the city. It's like, well, in Winnipeg we have the Winnipeg Jets. If someone's tuning in that's not from Winnipeg, and it's our hockey team, but it's the only thing we really have that everyone kind of loves. Majority, I'd say, high percentage.
I mean, until they start losing.
Yeah, it was so fast.
Well, whatever though, I don't care. Like at least we're winning some. It's not like the Bombers where we always lose.
Yeah, every year. They're getting better.
Really, are they?
It took them 20 years.
They had that streak there in the early '90s, man, where they were dominant, right?
Yeah.
And then after that,
the Bombers.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Early '90s, man. It was like every. I think they went back to back a couple times, and then they missed one year, and then the next year they got it. Like it was like three or four championships within like 5 years, man. Like it was crazy.
I don't remember that.
It was a long time ago. It was like 91.
Every time I go fucking watch them, they're like up by so much and they choke at the end, and it's like
so it's you that gives them the bad luck, man. Stop watching Bomber games, man.
Stop watching Bomber games, man. I don't even pay attention, and they still fucking. That's what they're known for, is fucking choking.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it seems to be that way.
For the record, though, that was the early Jets here too, and they had a really good beginning of the season, and then towards like the last third of it, just tanked.
It was the same kind of thing that's happening now with like last couple minutes. Yeah. When you're like a competitive team and you're trying to make a run for the championship, that should never happen in the last couple minutes for those teams, right? Yeah. And it's been happening lots, like the last weeks or two, like the last couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna be. You just got to have that faith that it's playoffs are a new thing. Yeah. Start fresh and
what time does it start on Wednesday?
I think it's
a home game, so it's probably like 7:30.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
It'll be 7. Yeah, 7 on Wednesday.
Check your local listings.
Yeah. We'll put it in the link. Yeah, no, it'll be 7 though. It'll be 7. And I think anyways, I was saying that we have this big block party where it's like brings out like 30,000 people.
Yeah, it was pretty intense last time, man.
Maybe 40 even. But yeah, so
have you guys gone? You guys won?
I've gone to one. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. There's a lot of people there. Like it's a pretty crazy. They even have snipers on the roofs and shit downtown, right? Yeah. Like to protect everybody. Yeah. It's pretty crazy, which is I guess good, right? But yeah, so 7 o'clock, and the block party starts at 5, I think.
Yeah, get there early, right?
That tavern downtown is just making a fucking killing.
All those businesses,
just a killing.
Even the Chipman, that's their setup, right?
Mm-hmm. Even Moxie's was right there. They're fucking at
the building there.
In the building, right?
That was smart, hey, because they got in there before the Jets were even back.
Yeah, exactly.
They had like some insider trading shit going on.
Right?
There.
They must have known something was going on, man.
Oh, the fucking Jets are coming for sure. Yeah, I know. So it's a good time down there, though. It's always fun. We hope they go all the way this year. I think they have a chance. Yeah. When I was in Chicago, they were talking about that too. They were saying like, because they're a big hockey city too. That's where Jonathan Taves is there, and
Blackhawks, right?
Blackhawks. And Bufflin played there and won the cup there. And
did he?
Yeah, he was there on the Stanley Cup winning. And they were saying that like they all cheering for us like to win down there.
Oh really?
Yeah, and that's the only reason why they knew where Winnipeg was. Like, I was like, do you know where I'm from Winnipeg? They're like, oh, your team's awesome.
Yeah. So, there was one of the things too at the beginning of the franchise, the Winnipeg Jets. Merchandise was the highest selling merch everywhere.
Yeah, it was
everywhere. Like wherever they play hockey, I guess all of the merch was being taken out.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't just here; it was everywhere.
Yeah, so they making a lot of money. Yeah, they're making a lot of money.
I mean,
guess he did it.
I guess
you can't tell him not to. Thank you, I guess.
Yeah, thanks for bringing us back a home team that we have to go pay to see, motherfucker. Yeah. This is our team. Yeah,
you gotta sign contracts, man. That's the smartest thing they did. You have to sign contracts for your season tickets, so you can't like buy season tickets for the 1 year. You have to sign on for like 5 or 8 years or something like that, right?
Well, that's to stop people from jacking the price up and selling them after the first season, man.
Or just commitment, right? Yeah. So you have fans there for every game and every year.
Yeah, no, exactly. But remember the last version of the Winnipeg Jets had a lot of fans until you know.
Joe Hall 55 says, "What's going on, boys?
What's up, bro?
What's up?
Hall,
Thanks for tuning in." That's for you. Yeah. That's for you.
What up?
Any questions, guys? Anything? Jeff, how's it going, buddy? It's been a while.
Jeff?
Jeff.
He's been on for a while now, man.
Oh, nice, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, brother. Appreciate it.
Much appreciated, yeah. Thanks for sticking it out.
Yeah.
What do you think about the fucking the Conor McGregor? Have you been following that?
Oh, fuck. I heard a lot about it, yeah.
No.
He's fucking... Because Khabib is
some
Muslim, right?
shit.
Yeah.
And then he was like showing wedding photos, and his wife is like in like an all white like a, what do you call them with the fucking
Like face covered?
like
Everything.
full everything.
Yeah, so that's a burqa.
Burqa, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, you're married to a towel. Wow, man.
Yeah,
I was
he
like,
said rude
holy
shit.
shit, dude. Like that's like, you know, it's one thing when you're trying to like sell a fight, but you know when you start like religion and family, those are no-go zones. You know what I mean? Like
Joe 55 asked me what size bra I wear in the middle. You got to tune in next week because I'm actually going to be wearing a bikini next week to find out.
You leave Peter Griffin alone, man.
Yeah, your mother. Yeah, your mother.
No,
that's the thing with Conor McGregor, man. I lost respect for them. You know, like it's at first when he was like witty and like, you know, selling fights.
yeah.
But now it's like, it's like
It's okay to like try to get under somebody's skin.
Yeah.
But that's a whole new level.
But there's certain things you just shouldn't bring up, man.
You know, religion especially, and like Muslim, like that's probably like the number one religion that you don't
want to fuck with.
You don't fucking talk shit about that, right?
No, don't really want to do any religion, but
I know exactly. The thing is though is that like what he's trying to do is just get under people's skin, right? Keep himself relevant. But that's
well, that's the thing. Like he wants to do a rematch with Khabib, right? And it's like, dude, you lost, you tapped out, you lost. You have to win at least 2 fights before you get another title shot, right? You know, there's other dudes that are more worthy to get
a title shot than you again.
And you've been like you were champ for like a year and a half, and you only did 1 title shot, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like,
don't forget it when you fought Diaz there.
Yeah.
He went he went up a weight class.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
And he got his ass kicked. The guy choked him out
What's
too.
the thing? Like he lost to Mayweather, right?
Yeah, but
and then he lost to Khabib, but that was like a span of 2 years. As a champion, that's a long time to be, you know.
Yeah.
Like Khabib said, he tweeted him back though. It said something. I can't remember what exactly it was, but it was something about his because he's getting charged in Ireland.
Yeah, he's getting. There's like sexual assault cases.
Yeah.
He's also. One of his fans was like trying to take a picture of him.
Yeah, he punched
and
him or something
he
like
fucking
that.
took his phone and smashed it and then stole the guy.
Yeah.
Like, you're kind of a dick, dude. You know, like I have no respect for him anymore. Like,
that's why you know it's kind of sad to watch Anderson Silva like where he is now compared to where he was, because in his prime he was shit talk, but he was never disrespectful, right? He'd go after a lot of things, but he never like. Say things like that.
Well, that's what I mean. Like
class even in being trying to be a little bit classless and being a little bit like shit disturber, he still showed a level of like restraint.
Well, that's what I mean. Like
respect, right?
If you're gonna showboat or you're gonna be a shit talker, that's what Before it was like you liked it because McGregor would back it up. He'd beat the guy's ass, or even like Anderson Silva. He did his fucking showboating or whatever, but he would beat the guy's ass. Yeah. But then, if you can't back up your fucking talk, then, then.
But he does, though. He does too. But there's a certain level too. Like that's stuff he's saying is.
It was until he got fucking knocked out.
But the thing is to go after a guy's religion on his wedding day with his wife.
You can't make like that. You know what I mean? You're crossing the line when you're like.
Funny,
you're making fun of the guy's family, right? And then there's religion and stuff. Like That's serious shit. You can't do that, man.
No,
you know?
man, exactly.
You're at this point. You're not trying to sell.
You're not even trying to be funny. Like that's not even funny. You know, like if you were trying to at least be funny or say something super offensive, then go another route, man. Don't sit there and be like fucking, talking shit.
Well, that's why he was like, he made an announcement. Oh, he's gonna retire, right? Conor McGregor's gonna retire.
I think nobody fucking said no.
No, and then but then he's like, he goes to Dana White. He's like, I'll come out of retirement if you give me a piece of UFC.
Yeah, no.
It's like, you're not gonna get Dana White's not gonna get. He's not gonna give you a piece of UFC. How high are you? Yeah, like, you know how much money you have? You need to fucking have a share of UFC.
Yeah, that guy doesn't.
Like,
listen,
Conor McGregor,
listen, Vin Diesel, you ain't getting the Fast and the Furious franchise, bitch.
That's He's like, what the hell happened? He just lost the plot. I guess it's just gotten to him, right?
What was that?
Like Conor McGregor just obviously lost the plot. Literally, like he doesn't understand what the hell's going on.
His head got bigger than what he's, you know.
I feel like what happens there is that once you get any kind of notoriety or any kind of popularity, exactly, you the people that start coming around you are those yes people we've always talked about. The people like, oh yeah, no, you're doing good.
Yeah, the people that screwed Mike Tyson over.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're like,
and then what happens is now you have an ego to feed. So he wants those people. And those are the people.
So those are people that like. He's got all the negative people on his side.
Yeah, be the bad guy.
Yeah. So
be the Mayweather of MMA.
I see. So that's his sell almost. It's like he's got all those people on his side, which is a shitty place to be in life.
Yeah, but you can't lose though. That's the thing. You could be the bad guy, but if you're losing, then you're fucking suck.
The thing is though, how many times do you watch a Mayweather fight? Most of the time, like it's that's why it's called Money Mayweather, because he gets the most views, right? Yeah. Nobody fucking tunes in to see that guy win. Everybody hopes that he gets his ass knocked out, so you go, ha ha, fucker. That's why people watch him, right? True. He's the bad guy. Yeah. That's true. Right?
He's the villain.
So, exactly. So I feel like that's where Conor's headed with this. He's trying to be the villain of the MMA.
But he's
world.
already lost though. A couple times.
Yeah. But I feel like this is the sell now though, right? Because he no longer
watch me get my ass beat again.
He just wants people to be like, because now, at the end of the day, if he fought Khabib again, it absolutely break a record, because now everybody's like, fuck, I hope Khabib kills this guy for what he said. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So technically he's making a really, like, it's a hard fucking
no, but that's the thing.
Because it's not personal, like a real fight.
But I feel like this is a marketing fucking tactic.
No, it totally is. But I feel like he doesn't have it. If you look at Conor, he's quick. He's a fucking tap out guy. You know what I mean? Like when he's losing, he'll tap out. Right? Khabib had him in the fucking thing. He taps out right away. He doesn't fucking, you know. It's not like after a while you're just like, oh, this guy's boring already, right? Like he just taps out so quickly, right?
Well, that's the thing though. Like, but McGregor's never been like those positions are uncomfortable for him because he likes to stand up and throw down, right?
Yeah, he's not squared off.
So if somebody takes him to the ground and starts choking him out, he fucking instant tap out, right?
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like he doesn't. He's like, he's so worried about like taking damage that he taps out so quickly that it becomes like, you know, like when Khabib fucking took him out like last one, he hadn't shit to say and Khabib was in his face like, what the fuck now, bitch, right? And he just sat there outside the cage, didn't say anything.
No, exactly. That's what started the whole fight outside the cage too, eh?
All that shit.
McGregor's coach or something like that said something against like anti-Muslim. He yelled something racist. Yeah. Or sorry, it's not racist when it's religion, I guess.
Yeah.
But he said something to him like that, and that's what caused everybody to go after fucking that dude, right? So it caused a huge rift, man.
The big thing too, though, is that now with all the shit talking and the stuff that he's said to Khabib, whatever, that makes it like I kind of want to see him get his ass kicked again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'd like to see them fight, and you know, it's gonna obviously has to happen again.
Yeah, exactly. And Khabib's gonna beat the shit out of him.
I hope so.
Yeah.
What if he wins for a third match?
No, he won't win.
No, I don't think so either.
He's McGregor's really good at fighting guys that are smaller than him.
Well, yeah.
Right, because he weighs in heavy, like into his category, right? But what happens is when he fights guys that are equally sized or a little bit bigger than him, he loses every time.
Well, that's kind of a shitty situation because if you're obviously going to lose, if you're fighting a guy, well, like So you're saying like when he goes up a weight or something?
Yeah,
like
like
they have to fight the same.
Every time he goes up. No, well, because they cut weight, right?
Yeah,
they cut up to 20 pounds.
Right. Yeah.
But what they do is they,
like some guys gain more weight back. Or
yeah,
whatever.
and not only that, but like should be fighting in a weight category above him, above where he is.
I see.
But he fights the lower one and cuts the weight. So he's the one of the bigger dudes in that weight class, as opposed to a medium-sized dude in the other one.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So
that's kind of the thing. Yeah. No. Well, that'll be interesting. Honestly, I used to watch UFC way more, and then it just kind of like seemed like a lot of times it was like a lot of made up shit almost. Like started like getting a little cheesy. Like it almost followed the wrestling thing. But still got 2 here. What do you guys want to? What do you think you want to do? Another 15?
Yeah, it's up to you. We're at a.
For 2 hours.
Yeah. We're at 2 hours. A little bit around there. We are with 4 people right now on YouTube. So yeah, let's do another 15 or so, and then we'll call it. Yeah. Because it's getting to that point. It's 11 o'clock. So
yeah, exactly.
Hey, the guys that have sticking it out, man, and have been watching the whole time. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Yeah. Hit the little bell on the top there so that when we go live, it lets you know.
Yeah, next week too. We have a guest coming on next week too.
Yeah, you want to talk about that for a little bit?
Yeah, sure. It's a local guy, a local artist from Winnipeg that has got a pretty big name for himself. His name is Finale. You can actually look him up on YouTube. He's got a lot of music. He's a rapper in Winnipeg. He does a lot of his music videos. There's a lot of shows in Winnipeg, and we're gonna have him on. He has a big following, like a social network following, and he might release a song or do a song live. But yeah, he's supposed to come on next weekend. No, Sunday, I guess 8:30. We'll try 8:30.
Yeah,
we'll be close.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, he's gonna be on. So make sure you check that out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we do have a few guests that we're lining up and stuff like that, and hopefully I can get Nicole back on because she was awesome last time, man.
She was good.
Yeah, so hopefully she comes back on.
We'd like to get some more. We wanted to ask her some better questions. We
were a little unprepared and
just kind of steered away from where we were trying to really go with it, and we just got to feel each other out. You don't want to
exactly
get too controversial and stuff like that.
We can't go too deep on the first date, man.
You want to just
get in a movie first before you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know. So hopefully, we can bring her back on and get some female input, man, because I have a lot of things that I want to run by her and stuff.
Exactly. Or if you guys have anyone that you think or any kind of like what kind of people or what kind of situations you want us to talk about or have guests on, like we'd have a pretty big network between our friends and stuff. So let us know. Shoot us an email at least.
Email's always at the bottom. Like it's always on the bottom when we're streaming. It's always there. So you can get through reach us through there or our Facebook page.
Yeah. Or if there's something that you want to talk about too, email us. Maybe we'll figure out time out to get someone else.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. If you guys think you could keep up with the boys.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely, man. Entertain that idea, right? Like, at the same time, if you guys have, like I said, know of people that would be good on the show, then hook us up.
Yeah, hook us up. Yeah.
Send us an email. Or give them our email so we can get in touch and contact, and we can try to hash something out, right? Like at the same time,
be good.
We like the interaction, right?
We also like different views. We all have different opinions, different views, even if it's way different than what we all think. But that's what makes it good.
Exactly, man. So
good.
Soup, anything you want to touch on? Besides,
Joe Hat says, what size bra does the nigga in the middle wear?
Yeah, I brought that up earlier, and I said I'm on next week in a bikini, so tune in. Unless you really want to know. He already left, I think.
Just came on a troll and everybody left.
He left troll, bash the big D in the middle, and then get out of here. Fuck. Sounds good.
No. Boys. Hey, speaking of troll. This is my bid for this week. You guys know who Joe Biden is?
Yeah.
Joe Biden, right?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, he was vice president when Barack Obama was president, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, he's throwing his name in the hat for presidency 2020, right?
He's gonna use Obama as the vice president.
Yeah, no. The funny thing is, he's known for being creepy, right? Like he's like
Didn't he get
Oh,
caught?
those pictures with like family members.
Yeah,
I've
he
seen
like
that.
inappropriately touches fucking girls, right? And then he's like, for the last 5 years, he's been known as like creepy Uncle Joe, right? Creepy Uncle Joe.
It's a nickname you do not.
Anyway, and then he's just recently he's been 7 women have come out and said that he's touched them inappropriately and that they were uncomfortable, right? So he came out with a video apologizing. Well, it wasn't even an apology video. It was like, oh, I didn't know that it was inappropriate, that I was just being affectionate and I was just like showing support and stuff, right? But if you've seen those videos, it's like he like sniffs them. He smells them.
He's trying to give like, I don't know if it's a granddaughter or whatever, like he's trying to give him a kiss and she's like, oh, no. He's like, no, come here.
It's not even like granddaughter. It's like just any woman. Like there was one guy who was like getting. He was like,
can't elect Joe Biden, man, because he will pardon Bill Cosby.
Oh yeah, man, creepy Uncle Joe. And then the funny thing is, so he's throwing his hat to the presidency, right? And right now he's like the #1 guy to compete against Trump, right?
Well, that should be easy.
And then 2020, and the funny thing is that Trump. This is why, like this is the #1 reason why I'm a fan of Trump. I don't care about his economic policies, his immigration policies, or anything like that with Trump. This is why I love Trump, is because he gives 0 fucks, right? When they announced that he was gonna try to run against Trump, and this is the #1 guy that's supposed to like be the biggest competitor against Trump, right? And he fucking. So what Trump did was he threw a tweet, and we're gonna play it right now. And let's do the tweet right now.
Let's see. We got this up here.
No, it's fucking. And we're talking about the leader of the free world, the most powerful man on the planet. And look at this.
I don't know if this is gonna work. We're gonna try anyways.
I'll be able to tell you right here.
Is it playing?
Oh yeah.
Look at this. And this is Trump. Trump tweeted this.
Oh, that's what he tweeted?
Yeah. This is it's like Joe Biden sniffing himself. Funny, that's funny. And that's Trump, man. That's why Trump is king. Trump is the king of the fucking trolls, man. That's the man,
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that.
But no, that is why Trump fucking rules. Nobody can, with that one tweet.
Out-troll the troll?
You cannot defeat Trump. Yeah. Trump 2020, man. He's going to get voted in again, and he's going to be
He's going to get voted in just like last time.
He has to.
He's not going to get voted in as the best candidate, just not pick Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Oh,
apparently Bernie Mac's coming back, too.
Is he going to try?
Bernie Mac?
No, Bernie Mac.
You're talking about Bernie Sanders?
Bernie Sanders, fuck.
Bernie Mac.
Dumbass.
Bernie Mac.
Fuck, shit. Man. Yeah.
Yeah, he is good for those.
Apparently he's coming back.
Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac. Coming back from the dead.
I was like, what?
R.I.P. Bernie Mac.
What president fucking does that? Like, you would never see JFK like tweet a fucking meme.
No one.
Right?
I mean,
it works. It's effective.
JFK wouldn't have tweeted anything.
Or even fucking, like.
Should I bring an umbrella?
Abraham Lincoln doing a tweet, just trolling his fucking competitors, right?
That's funny, man. That's funny.
No, that's fucking hilarious. I think that's why Trump's gonna win again, man. He's on another level. Like he's one of those like
he knows how to get. He knows how to win the people.
He's on a level of I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. People like real, right? Like that's what it is. He just says it how it is.
Oh yeah, it's fucking insane.
It is. No. Have you ever watched like they have like during the 2016 like the whole like the elections when they were like or the whatever you call it like the when they're going through like their speeches and all that stuff. What do you call that? When they're going to the cities or
like the debates,
like not the debates, but the whole process is called the campaigning.
Campaigning,
whatever. And like they have like one that's like the best moments of Trump versus Hillary and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, it's like 15 minutes of just burn after burn.
Well, it's like they even
burn.
like with Joe Biden. There's so much like they were like, oh, he's like because he was like, you know what, I didn't know that was inappropriate. He, like people are trying to defend him, saying that he's like being affectionate, and he's just like he didn't know.
Trying to weasel his way out.
Yeah, you know, and it's like, come on now, man. There's like so much video, and like he's doing it live on TV. Yeah. Like he's so like who's fucking sniffs, you know? And he's not even like they're not like women. They're like little kids.
Yeah.
You know,
he's
like
it's 12-year-olds.
Yeah,
so weird. I saw those videos.
And there's ones where he's like, there's video of him.
Pizzagate is real.
There's a video of him fucking doing that to Hillary Clinton, where she's like,
oh, so she,
yeah.
Oh shit, get too excited.
So he likes dudes too.
Yeah. No, there's like.
So he likes dudes too. That is. Yeah.
When he's like doing that to Hillary Clinton, and she's all like super uncomfortable.
I don't know if she'd be uncomfortable, man.
You don't know. Nobody knows. That's funny.
Oh yeah, like he's a fucking and like he's fucking. It's just like super creepy when you see like.
Oh yeah, I know.
You know, he's been a meme for like 5 years already. Like just like.
Why would he
like
try?
The thing is like, how do you sniff people? Like
that's a weird.
You know,
thing
that's
to
not
do.
I love the way you smell. Smells like youth. Fucking guys walking around smelling like half dead. He smells like the fucking Valley Village.
That's so that's what Disney's be like. They're still like they're trying to run for president. They have all this video of all this weird shit on them. Like that's weird.
That's the thing,
dude. Like,
that's the
how
thing,
confident are you,
dude? That's how we live in. Like, this is the time we live in, though, man.
Just fucking. No,
that's the thing. Like, they're not like.
No. That's not what I meant, man.
You weirdo.
Hey, Joe Biden, hit me up. Let's go for a cruise.
I'll vote. Yeah.
You got my vote.
Got my vote.
Yeah, like there's so much video of him like sniffing and whispering, and they're like
whispering sweet nothings.
Yeah, and they're like so uncomfortable.
How you say
like
you come to Papa.
Yeah,
you
like
come to Papa.
he's like
reach in my pocket.
He's giving them massages and shit. Like they don't want
reach for that Tootsie Roll.
Funny shit.
It's okay. I'll take care of you. I gave him a southern accent. I don't know why.
I don't know. It sounds good at that though.
Sounds like that's more Bill Clinton.
It totally does.
Hillary, what are you doing, Hillary?
Where's that video of where's he's like drooling over Ariana Grande.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then he looks, and then Hillary's like giving him the evil eye.
Yeah. And he was like just like laughing, just staring hard. It was so weird. So what do you guys want to do?
Good. It's 2 hours. We're at 2 hours, guys.
2 hours.
How many people we have on YouTube?
4 still.
Oh shit, that's pretty good.
We have the same 2. I think it's probably maybe us.
Yeah, and Becky.
And Becky. No, she left already.
Oh, did
that's
she?
already.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Yeah, let's see. I feel like we're a good time.
Yeah, I think 2 hours is pretty good, unless there's someone that has something to say.
I don't know what else.
Yeah.
What else?
I'll save my point for next time.
Else?
Yeah. Seems too deep.
We got another viewer on
another guy.
Twitch.
We're just about signing off, unless there's something coming up here.
Anybody got something
to add into that last little?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Well, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. For the last person that just signed on, just rewind the video. Rewind and watch again.
We should talk about gun laws on a podcast.
Gun laws.
Josh?
Yeah.
Josh? Yeah. Yeah,
well,
we have to.
Yeah, we will.
We'll bring that on.
We'll bring it on when your buddy's here.
Yeah. No, he might be a good guy to bring on. He's ex-military.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is fucking. It's like gun laws. Like you look at we're talking about Chicago. They have some of the most strictest gun laws in
Mexico.
in all of fucking the states, but they have the highest gun crime.
Yeah.
Because
it's like
when you bring gun laws, you're not stopping
the criminals. You're stopping the fucking good guys.
The criminals are the ones that are,
Criminals have guns, man.
All you do is put more money in criminals' pockets because it ups the price of fucking firearms, right? Yeah. So now they go and they it's gonna cost $1,000 to get a handgun when
Well, it's like the New Zealand shooting where it's like, oh, they're trying to stop the gun laws, But what happened was he went to the first mosque or the synagogue or mosque, right?
Mosque, yeah.
Right. And then he went to the second one, but then there was like a good guy
who had a gun
and stopped him.
Yeah.
That's what stopped him, right? Yeah. Like that's the thing, you know. You look at in Britain, they have like they have so much like knife crimes, like stabbings.
Yeah.
So they had a surrender your knife. You know, they had like a little booth thing where you can just surrender your knife. Somebody stole it. Right?
Stole the whole thing.
Yeah.
Sold them.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's Mexico. Mexico, guns are illegal. Like guns to have like for yourself, they're like illegal. You can't have them.
Yeah.
So everybody who has like, you see the guys get arrested from the cartel. These guys have like gold-plated MK-47s and shit. Like,
yeah. Well, I know a lot of like Australia too. I think this brought back
MK-47.
That's a gun. It's a real gun.
MK.
AK probably.
AK. Whatever. Fuck, leave it alone.
Picking on you today.
I know it's
wow.
But I know that Australia just, I guess, they
banned automatic weapons.
No, they brought back. They banned all. I think was it all guns at one time, and now they're bringing it back, giving a certain percentage because it says it's stopping crime. Like they said, they've released.
Well, it's because Australia is a fucking island filled with
criminals, convicts.
It's all criminals, man. So
no, you can't
give them guns.
You can't ban guns. It's like you look in the states. The states each state that has the highest gun laws have the highest fucking gun cards.
That's why nobody fucks with Texas.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Nobody fucks with Texas because these motherfuckers, they don't even have to conceal their weapons. They carry them on the fucking side.
It's Arizona too. They have that, right?
There ain't nobody fucking with Texas.
Yeah. What was like that? There's that one video where the guy was like, he was trying to rob a convenience store. And he fucking got shot by everybody, every single person in the store fucking had a gun, and they fucking shot him.
There's one dude that stepped into the store, and he pulled the gun out, and this guy, the security guard, comes out, and he shoots him. And he goes, "Mine's fake." And he goes, "Well, mine's real, motherfucker." Yeah. He's like, "Am I shot?" He's like, "Yup."
Yeah, exactly, right.
Different perspective, because when I had one of my dad's friends in Arizona, I was visiting my dad, and you're allowed to have, you can holster guns in Arizona or whatever, like open carry. And he phoned the sheriff because he wanted to ask a question about, like, are you allowed to have the gun loaded when it's on your hip? And the answer was, what good is it if it's not loaded?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. We have to bring that up. We'll have to get a guy on. It would be nice to get two people, like one to debate it.
Yeah.
You know.
Why are we going to debate? I think
Well, there's people
out there armed. I feel like you should be able to defend your property and your family.
You should be
by any means necessary. If somebody's coming in your house and they're trying to do,
But so the thing here in Canada, where the wording gets a little weird, is they literally tell you you're allowed. It's essentially the equal amount of force, right?
Yeah.
So if a guy comes in and doesn't have a weapon,
and you don't have to, you can't kill him.
You can't take a weapon against him. If he comes into your house with a knife, you have the right to now brandish a weapon. If you feel that your family is in immediate danger of death, you're allowed to kill. You're allowed to do it.
In Canada? No.
Yes, absolutely, sir. Absolutely, sir. Yeah, absolutely, sir. You are able.
I don't think it was. What was that case just recently where the guy?
No open carry, but castle law.
They tried to
what's that?
They tried to home invasion him, and the guy fucking killed them when they tried to.
Yeah,
and he's getting charged for murder.
Yeah, but the thing is that, like I said, if it's what they'll tell you every single time is that it needs to be like a death thing. Like if somebody's holding a gun to your wife or your kid's head, you have the right to protect your family. You do. You absolutely do.
In that sense, but
if somebody comes in and just kicks in your door, you can't do shit.
No.
You can't do nothing until you're in immediate danger. That's when you can come in. And don't get me wrong, you're gonna go to court for it.
Absolutely.
You're going to have to do the due process, man. But at the end of the day, you'll escape, man. You're not gonna. How are they gonna throw you in jail for defending your family when their life was in immediate danger?
No, I
agree. And to be honest, like in my perspective, I have no problems. Like I will do 25 to 26 years, man. Defending my family. Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
If I feel like my family's in danger and it's a life or death situation, I got no problems fucking choking the shit out of a motherfucker.
I'll do my time.
Yeah, I think everyone's kind of similar to that, right?
Yeah. Anyways, what do you guys think?
I'm ready.
We're at 11:30.
It's already 11:30.
Yeah, let's call it.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe, please, if you can, and hit that little bell so it reminds you, because I can't text everyone every day or
Yeah, and follow us on Facebook. I send a channel link out every time, and we try our best to launch a little bit early. Today we were a little bit later, but we are getting quicker with the setup. We are getting quicker with the time frame. So like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, appreciate everybody that stuck around for the whole
episode.
That was awesome.
Thank you very much. We'll see you next Sunday, man. That's for soup.